Yeah, I literally set an alarm. I just slipped right through that.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
that's
all good. It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. You need anything to prepare before we start? We still have time. You can do that.
Yeah, I can get my fries.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a moment. So
Yeah.
if you guys have anything you want to do to get ready, I'll let you know.
I'll go get some more fries.
Yeah, Vierl, go get the fries. This is
Go
like
get
the
the
most opportunity.
fries.
This is the best opportunity you'll get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. So,
So,
how's everyone's week? Just asking.
oh, mine was good.
Nice.
I passed out on Thursday. That was bad.
What happened?
What happened?
Well, what happened was that I had a dentist appointment at 8 in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and to get there, I had to wake up at 6, and I went to bed the night previous at 3.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, that sounds terrible.
and then I had a shift from 12 to 8, and I get home at 9.
Oh, what
So,
the fuck?
so by the time I got home, it was like 9:15,
Yeah.
and then I just I fell asleep with all the lights on. I didn't even like my supper was like half eaten, and then I just woke up and it was the next day. Like it was a snap of a finger. But
I can totally imagine you just slam your face right into the supper.
that's basically what happened. Like it just sort of sat there.
Yeah, I
And
know.
was just kinda like, that is kind of the benefits of like living on your own. Like it's just like, hey, guess
Yeah.
what? I want to clean this shit up. I'll
Yeah.
do it later.
Yeah.
I also got my new player's handbook, so that was
Nice. Nice.
Hi.
Hey.
All right.
Yeah,
I
mine
have
was
the
pretty
buzzer
busy
thing,
as
so
well.
they'll call me.
So, oh, okay.
All right.
Nice. Mine was pretty busy as
So-
well. So, like, every day is almost like 11 to home. Like, fuck. And then just like, the other day just like start up at 6 or something. It's like, fuck, what the hell?
Yeah.
It lasts for, it's been a week entirely like this. And probably next week and the week over that, I'm like, fuck. Yeah. I literally just sleep in the shower. Like, I'm serious. I just fall asleep in the shower. What the fuck?
You just get in the shower and it's just
Yeah,
an
and
extra
just,
10 minutes.
Just
to sleep.
warm water and
That's
just
really
like, that's it.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right. Well. All right. I think I got everything set up.
All right,
Oh, here we go.
here we go.
All right. First game in who knows how long. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
It's given me a lot of time to think about what I want to do.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
I don't know if we're gonna get to that point, but we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
All right. First game. First out of the best game of the new year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. All right. Last week, Alexander was tortured by the Draven sisters.
Mhm.
And under that torture, he gave up the name of a Vierl's sword and the person with whom Silvanna made a pact.
Mm-hmm.
He escaped with the help of Strahd, who was apparently eager to make the most of his second chance.
Mm-hmm.
After tearing apart the undead guards, Strahd and Alexander managed to get out of the prison, and then they began to make their way southwards. They were at a town called Sova
Mm-hmm.
when they received a message from I believe it was Vierl, yeah. And you let them know that, yeah, you're fine. I'm on my way. Don't do anything too crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Fix your grammar.
Fix your grammar.
Yeah.
Fix your grammar. Yeah.
Before you arrived at Pravnova, though, Strahd convinced you to take a little detour to the old family armory. One of them, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Now
Kinda
you're
get geared
swimming in the armors. Like, yes.
Well, I mean, because currently I don't have any of my stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Not at all.
everything they have, all
Yeah.
the sisters probably have at this point. Which is I'm a little bit worried about because there's one item in particular that I'm not happy that they have because it could mean a lot of bad things.
They don't have the Mage Breaker armor. That was left behind.
Yeah. It was in
Where-
your
Oh.
place. You were
Yeah.
snapped
Oh,
out
that's
of the bed.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
When you were
It's
sleeping,
still in my
so-
place.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm afraid of something else that was in my inventory. A small leather pouch.
Yeah.
All right. Meanwhile, the animated series of Silvanna and Friends continued.
Yes.
This is a
After
whole
learn-
different tone.
Yeah.
After learning that Bartimaeus may have kidnapped Vasilka, Vierl attempted to use Autoviator to gate her back, but failed. They decided then that, hey, you know what? Let's go see if Van Richten has some answers. So you traveled to Silverthorn, and you came across Van Richten telling the wild story about the sexy vampire lady.
Yes.
With his help, Vierl and Silvanna learned that Vasilka was kidnapped by the Abbot of Kresk, and more importantly, you also know where she is at least.
Mhm.
You teleported to Pravnova with Robin, Heinkel, and Kasumi, and you met Esmeralda when you teleported there. You also learned the truth behind Van Richten's past and why he tells such wild stories.
Mhm.
You also learned Esmeralda's connection to the stories that Van Richten tells. You're never going to look at the old man the same again.
Crazy salute to Christopher Perkins. Like,
Yep.
awesome guy.
Yeah, that was good.
Well written.
Yeah. Continuing along, you found the empty windmill where Vasilka was kept, and you learned that the abbot is working with someone, but you're not sure who. Then you were attacked by a hangman treant, and during the fight, you noticed that 2 winter wolves were watching.
Mm-hmm.
After you killed the treant, the wolves vowed to destroy you and purge your taint from the forest.
Mhm.
And that's where
So-
we left things.
No,
Oh, wait.
not quite. You
Not quite.
found Pravnova.
Yeah.
You arrived at the overlook above Pravnova. Silvanna learned 2 things. One, this is where tieflings were originally made. This is where the humans that would become tieflings made the pact with hell that turned them into the tieflings. She also learned that due to its proximity to infernal powers, that mark on her hand is spreading up her arm.
Mhm.
Neil. No.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
Just demon
Yeah, that's what
arms.
that means. That's what
Yes.
that means, Silvanna.
Yes.
All right. So, since we don't know who to start with, I am going to roll
Yes.
1d2.
Go ahead.
1d2.
Go ahead.
Let's go. Let's go.
Sure.
Okay. Ooh. Ooh.
Let's do this.
It's gonna be a 2.
2 equals.
The enemy.
Yeah. Just do it. Which is awesome.
Made for TV movie coming soon.
Yeah. Of course. Straight to DVD.
Yeah,
There
it's
we
us,
go.
It's us. Yay!
All right.
All right.
All right. So
We gotta start off light.
Yeah. True.
That's how
yeah,
you do it.
a little. So some lighthearted harem action with Vierl will do just fine.
All right.
All right.
So.
I noticed his player isn't objecting. Anyway, we're going now. Anyway, there's a winding path leading down the bluff from the overlook to the river valley where Pravnova is. As you're making your way down this winding path, you notice that this was hidden from where you were standing.
Nice.
You see that the river is actually empties out into a huge lake about 5 miles out. Sorry, I just saw a real posted.
Yeah.
About 5 miles out from the town. And crouching on an island set in the middle of the lake is a great black castle.
Oh.
You look at that, you're sort of reminded of Castle Ravenloft with the construction.
Mm-hmm. The same designer, same style.
Same style. The designer was probably a little more sane.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Even though I technically did use a random generator to help me. Anyway.
Aha! I heard the divine of the universe speaking
I saw
to
something
me,
peeking behind the
something.
curtain.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pay no attention to the
Nice.
little man behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you travel. You get down there after a couple hours. Travel down the bluff after a couple hours. There's no problems. So you're gonna continue to the town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Do we see anything along the way?
Yep.
Any danger? Any sign of anyone?
No danger. No real sign of anyone. As you get close to the town, though, you notice that there are gibbet cages hanging from posts. Basically, it's you know what they are, right? They're like man-sized cages.
Yeah.
That you can just stick people in.
Mm-hmm.
You're guessing that this is probably based on the skeletons that are in there, that this is some kind of a punishment that they give out to people they don't like. They basically lock you in there and leave you to the elements.
Ah.
I thought I'll never see this again. Silverthorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as you get closer, you see the skeletons inside. As you look at the skeletons, you realize that there's not human skeletons, but they're orc skeletons.
Orcs.
Oh, orcs. Interesting.
Yeah.
According to our knowledge, does orcs appear often in this area? Do we know?
Someone make a history check.
I'm gonna do
Oh
it.
boy.
First roll
All
of
right,
the
you
night.
guys got this.
First roll of the night. History. I have a 0 on history. But
You got this.
Oh wait, I can check my sheet. Hold on. The Safari tab is blocking the actual tab for my character sheet.
Nice.
Okay, I got it. Ooh, all right.
All right, Christ is
History.
Yep.
History.
Eh,
All right.
Ooh, that's not bad.
not bad.
Silvanna knows that orcs are able to live everywhere.
Yep.
And they do live this far north.
They're like parasites.
They make their living by hunting and raiding. Vierl knows that a couple of years ago, there was a rather large tribe of orcs called the Ice Spear tribe. They attacked this area, and it was a brutal, 5-month winter when they did. You're not exactly sure on the details what happened, but you know that after the winter was over, the back of that tribe was broken so conclusively they've never returned.
Ooh.
Ooh, all right.
Harsh.
Well,
Yeah.
and you do cross anyway. You guys pass this. You're guessing that these cages hold the remains of their leaders, put up as a warning to any other orcs that want to try the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yeah,
right.
anyway, you guys cross the river
Mhm.
into town. So when you get there, first thing you notice is that there's a lot of tieflings there, a lot more than you reckon than anywhere else you've ever seen.
So tieflings are walking on the streets, or
Oh yeah,
okay.
yeah, and most people there don't really seem to mind them.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
How do they look like? I mean, the tieflings, do they look tired? Do they look under the weather? Do they look frustrated, or do they look happy? Just wondering.
It's basically imagine just going to it's basically like in Silverthorn, like where everyone just acts normally, except a lot of those people are not tieflings.
Okay.
But you notice that a lot of them do carry themselves with pride.
All right.
Because the original tieflings were human nobles
Yeah.
that made a deal with hell.
True.
So they believe that doesn't matter how low they are, they still have the blood of nobility.
Mm-hmm.
So,
they're
what do you
really
do
full
now?
of themselves, right? You just look around.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
saying
Don't-
that.
don't
I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
think
not
that's a
saying
good
that out loud.
idea. Yeah, you're a hypocrite. Vierl says that.
Yeah.
I'm not denying it, though.
I
Anyway,
don't know if that makes it better or worse.
It takes one to know one, am I right?
yeah. All right. So what? So the castle. We're looking at the castle, right? So.
Yeah, the castle's built about 5 miles out of town.
I'm not sure what we should do next, though.
Esmeralda's here, right? What did she want
Yeah.
to do as we go back to town?
Yeah. It's just.
No,
I'm
she's
not
probably
sure.
gonna go find like a tavern or an inn or somewhere she can go to sleep in.
Yeah.
Just somewhere to set up shop.
Should we go around and start asking questions or something?
We probably should.
Have you seen a strange-looking monk man holding a flesh golem?
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't think that'll work. Do we have we do met the abbey once and well twice, and we do remember what it looks like. So maybe we can ask someone to draw his figure, so then it'll be easier to
Or we can
tell.
draw it and then ask them.
You can.
Yeah, that could work.
Do we have paper?
Yeah. All right. You know what? I'm gonna try to draw him myself. That's
But make a sleight of hand check.
sleight of hand. Isn't that performance or something?
Well,
Right.
sleight of hand would be like your actually skill with your hands.
Okay. Yeah.
So-
Then
Yeah.
I'm trying really hard. Okay.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh,
That's
not
good.
bad.
Hey,
You could you take a look at it. You're like, yeah, this could pass as him.
I know. Yeah, that looks alright.
All right. If then we should start asking. What
Alright.
to do?
There's like a different combination of races, right? It's not all tieflings.
No, it's not all tieflings. It's tieflings, humans, elves, smattering of dwarves.
Let's go with everyone but tieflings, because I feel like, as you said, tieflings are prideful, so let's not go to them.
Maybe. I guess we can start with dwarves. Maybe.
Sure,
Yeah.
I can speak Dwarvish, so maybe that will help a bit.
Hey, there you go. Get some use out of that
Yeah.
dwarvish.
I can speak Elvish, so yeah, maybe we can ask elves as well. All right,
Alright.
let's go do this. So dwarf first. I let Vero have the paintings, and because he knows how to speak
Alright.
Dwarvish, so just go after.
Okay.
Alright.
Wait, what did you call for random dwarf out of the street?
Let's find someone
So-
who looks like he knows
Yeah.
information, if you know what I mean. And I look at Vero like, yeah.
Just doing the most obvious, the wink, wink.
Yeah, just
nudge,
wink.
nudge.
You know, like
Okay.
the
Oh, yeah,
last
make it-
time we were in Silverthorn, we were trying to recruit someone who knows something.
Make an insight check. To see if you can
Insight.
separate.
25.
All right. Yeah, you
Yeah.
think you find someone who looks sufficiently shifty.
All right.
Yeah.
We quietly follow him, and then ask him. Just approach him when
Yeah.
like less people are around.
Yeah.
So if we
Alright.
ever get that chance, I say greetings, friend, in Dwarvish.
All right. He looks back at Vierl and he replies, "What do you want?"
Oh,
Sorry.
spiky fella.
I just want to ask something. Calm down. I knew you dwarves like your time and gold and all that. So, have you seen this man? And I show the painting.
It shows, it's not really a painting. It's more like a charcoal sketch.
Oh, yeah, charcoal
Yeah,
sketch.
like a
Yeah.
sketch. You show him the
A
sketch.
sketch.
Yeah.
He squints at it and he says, "Well, you're right about one thing. We really do love our gold." And he holds out his hand.
Ah. Can I?
You walked right into that one.
Yeah. Can I insight check him to see if he really knows anything? Well,
go right ahead.
We haven't asked him anything, so
You should
know
probably ask him
Yeah.
and then make.
You
the
already
insight
asked him
check.
if you saw that
yeah.
man.
So maybe inside check him, so see if he's trying to scam us.
He's trying to
do I know?
scam you.
Yeah.
Savannah thinks he's trying to scam you.
All right.
I'll insight. Hold on. We can't lose this opportunity.
Nope.
Oh,
Well,
no.
crap.
Well, crap.
Yeah, Vierl thinks the same thing. Yeah, this guy's gonna scam us.
Yeah, well.
I asked Vero messaged Vero quietly with the message saying, I think he's trying to scam us. You know.
Yeah, I
maybe
think the same thing.
Maybe try Thieves' Cant. If he can't understand it, maybe he's just a charlatan, and we can just leave him.
Okay, I do like a gesture where I'm just thinking, but in actuality, I do other gestures that say, how much in Thieves' Cant?
He just bluntly says, 200.
Oh my god! I look at Silvanna and
I
200.
grab 200 copper from my pouch and just opens my palm, slide it onto his. But before he can retrieve the copper, I grab him by the arm and raise my rod of lordly might.
Whoa.
Point it at his throat and says, I know you're trying to scam us. Too bad. You can't enjoy the copper anymore. And I intimidate him.
Okay.
Nice. We're off to a good
Jesus
start.
Christ.
Yeah, Savannah is not very intimidating.
Seriously?
On her own,
With a
she's
24?
not very No. Here's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna say on her own, she's not really that intimidating. But as she pulls out her rod of lordly might and starts using it to intimidate him, Vierl notices that that behind her there are these ghostly, leering devils that appear behind her and start glaring down at this dwarf.
Oh god.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So when she intimidates him, he says, "Look, a dwarf's got to make his living. Got to make a living somehow."
I don't do deals with charlatans.
Silvanna, come on. If he makes a living, let's just give him some gold. Not for 200. We'll give you 50 gold, and you tell us what we want to know.
Says, he thinks for a moment. Says 100.
Oh, we
50
want a bargain, right? I drive the lordly might, flame tongue lordly might, slightly closer to his beards. I know how dwarves value their
No,
beards.
kill me if you like. Kill me if you like, but don't touch the beard.
Like we said, information and then 50 gold. If you don't want your precious
75.
beard. Oh,
75.
Someone's about to lose his beard. I press it a little bit closer. Just enough to burn one of them. Just one, like on the top. A little bit short.
Yeah, then he glares at you and he glares at someone and says, fine, Persephone, take you, fine 50.
Tell us first, and then we'll pay.
He says, man, I only saw him once. He was heading to Draven Castle, but you're never getting in there. The sisters don't let anyone inside without an invitation.
How's the sewage looking?
What sewage? They empty it straight in the lake.
Oh, they got those. Yeah, they probably got those castle.
I know.
Ships.
Yeah.
Shit. So no secret passage, no anything.
Not that we know of. No,
Shame.
That castle was built long before me.
Okay. Shame.
I get 50 gold out of my pouch and I
Yeah.
give it to him.
Thank you. Now, can you please let me go?
I release him, and I also take back the coppers.
Yeah.
Just like,
Yeah, he just glares at Silvanna and then he trundles off, counting the gold and muttering darkly.
mhm.
Before it completely runs away, I say in Dwarvish, take care of your beard.
That's worse intimidation than everything.
Just add insult to injury there.
Yeah. Just rub it in. All right.
And then he ignores you and he keeps going.
All right. Well, he's inside the castle then. I wonder if we can just find someone who has the invitation and then just go in.
Invitation. He already said no one's able to get in.
No,
But
I mean,
You did ask for sewers, right? So
yeah.
if you're in, we could go to the lake and look for that sewage.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it's more that there's certain castles that have literally washrooms that are underneath like
Mhm.
parts of lakes.
Yeah.
So you would be more likely you'd be wall climbing into Draven Castle if that's
Oh.
Yeah, I was just say, actually, what castles do,
Mhm.
is they have like washrooms and the chamber pots and all that crap built like high into the castle. And what happens is there's holes that lead down through the walls of the castle and then empty out into like the moats or
Yeah.
lake in this
Alright.
case.
Yeah.
Okay.
They can be used as a means to infiltrate the castle. In real life in France, there was a castle that was besieged, and the attackers broke the siege by climbing through that.
Mhm.
wow.
But there's also the very distinct possibility you can get caught.
Yeah.
You can get caught in there.
Definitely.
I don't mean like get captured. In England, what happened is someone tried to break a siege by climbing up the sewers. The guys in charge of getting inside got stuck and died in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and that's really a rough way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Silvanna, who is
Yeah.
so like prestigious, whatever.
Yeah.
The spell I can't pronounce all the time is gonna want to go diving into sewage. So
Yeah.
Yeah. But luckily, we have magic in this world. Luckily. And
So do they.
just like thunder wave the sewage away. Is that?
just blast everything. No, more like mold earth and trying to find a proper way to get in.
Yeah, but before anything else, let's actually see like what defenses this castle has.
We are
Yeah,
gonna
definitely. You
inspect
should
the
scope it
castle.
out. Scope it out.
Yeah, let's be stealthy about this too.
Yeah.
Robin, what happens when you guys left Esmeralda? Robin was tagging along.
Okay.
Bro.
Yeah, so she actually didn't notice Silvanna's intimidation. She was too busy looking at icicles.
Nice.
Looking at icicles. But when Vierl suggests that you find out more about the castle, she immediately says, "Hey, let's go to Auntie Izzy, and maybe wherever Auntie Izzy is, she can help us find something."
Maybe.
That's probably true.
That's probably true.
But isn't she sleeping?
Yeah,
She's
she went
actually
back to
looking
sleep.
for. She says, "Yeah." Robin says, "Yeah, she is. But if we go to wherever she is, like like the big place with all the bars and where the people live, and drink and stuff. Why do you have to go to a bar to drink? You can just drink out of a well. I don't get it. Anyway, you can.
Yeah,
you can
I asked the
go
same
there.
question.
You go there. You can ask people, see if anyone has ever seen the castle or been there or whatever, and they know something.
Yeah.
That's
True.
probably a good idea.
You
You're on
also
a good
wait-
way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So Auntie Izzy's been teaching me.
Yeah, just never drink in tavern. Just drink outside. Follow Alexander.
Never drink.
Yeah, I know.
Just never.
All
drink.
glasses of water.
Yeah.
But wouldn't I
What
die
a
of thirst
life.
if I never drank? Wouldn't I die of thirst if I never drank?
Mm-hmm.
No, he does
That
drink
is
though. Water.
Cool.
Well,
Clear.
technically, he once drank a lot of wine and.
And then, hey, no, okay, let's go. Anyway, don't listen to her. Let's go.
So, no, actually, Silvanna doesn't know that. She was not there.
Yeah, you weren't there.
Oh, really? I thought
Yeah,
it was
you
there.
were.
Yeah, this was after
Vierl-
after the
Vierl
headhunter
was
fight.
the-
You did not.
Yeah, that was
right.
after the headhunter fight. Vierl was the only one who saw me that bad.
Yeah.
But I think there was one point in one other session in which Silvanna kind of guessed that something may or may not have
Yeah.
happened with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go to the tavern as she suggested.
Yeah.
All right. It's the middle of the work. It's late in the work day.
Mhm.
So you guys have like a couple hours before people start coming home to get something to warm themselves up
Oh.
before they go home.
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, though, it is kind of empty where Auntie Ezzy is staying.
Auntie Ezzy.
Yeah. Aside from the tiefling who's keeping the bar, there's only two people there. One is a person, looks like a woman, wearing white clothes and a golden mask.
Golden mask.
Yeah, it's got a little slit in the mouth where she's
Yeah.
eating. The second is a crazy-looking man who's hunched over by the fire. There's a third person.
Oh.
You notice a third person as you enter the tavern who's bundled away into a corner, unconscious, and he's bleeding from his mouth and from his groin. You're not sure what his story is.
Huh.
Yeah, the tiefling who's cleaning glasses and basically getting set up for the evening rush. Yeah, give me one moment, because aside from like the tieflings here have a peculiar accent, I need a moment to get that accent ready,
Okay.
because it's very easily confused with my other accents.
Okay.
So just give me a moment.
Can't be as bad as
I-
my last session, in which I went
Uh,
from Irish to Boston to Scottish
What
in
the-
the span of 2 seconds, and the guys were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm just gonna stop doing accents because that was fucking terrible."
How can you improve if you don't try?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's
No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try a South African accent.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's but it's the thing is it can very easily go into British or another accent. So another accent.
I
So I'm
gotcha,
gonna
I
turn my
gotcha.
mic off for a moment,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll try it. Right now, I'm quickly just pulling up a source material to work from. The-
Nailed it.
So-
Damn it, when you said South
It be-
African, I don't
it
know why
better
Indian
not be
accent
that
went into my
fucking-
mind.
It better not be that fucking VR chat shit.
You know the way. You know the way.
Please,
know the way.
please. I have heard that shit for so long on my goddamn friends list. Yeah,
I know
yes,
the
he's
way.
already gone. I already, yeah.
I know the way.
I've just accepted that that's what is about to transpire. So if all of a sudden he's talking, you know, on that note, I'm gonna go take a piss. I'll be right back.
And that's the last we ever heard of Alexander Anderson.
Wow. I don't know why. When you mentioned the South African accent, I imagined the Indian accent instead. Hello, welcome to IT support.
Yeah.
No, it's not Indian.
Oh, what's Indian?
The
Oh, is it like
accent.
Taj Mahal?
No, it's not like Taj. No, it's actually closer to a Barovian accent.
Oh, really?
I'll actually spell it out in the chat.
So what's
That's
the
the Afrikaans accent.
So
What
what
it
is
is.
so what is the IT support accent?
The idea.
It's Taj. IT support is Taj.
Taj.
Okay.
So is the IRS scammer.
Oh.
Scammer.
Seriously?
Yeah.
In America,
Oh my God.
there's these Indian guys who try to scam, who call up claiming to be from the Internal Revenue Service
Mhm.
and say that you have to give them all your information or they're going to send people to arrest you.
Yeah. We got
What
that
most people
in Taiwan.
what most people don't know is that the IRS doesn't give you doesn't send phone calls. They actually send you letters or email.
Yeah.
They don't actually call you up.
Yeah.
So it happened to me last year. I had a lot of fun messing with them. And when I finally got tired of it, went to Google, quickly looked up a website that would give you a virus if you accessed it.
Nice.
And I gave them a fake website. I gave them the website, and then they're like, what? They're like, okay, what the hell? Fuck you and your mother. And I'm just like laughing. I'm like, don't try it again.
That's amazing. I should have done that.
Right.
Oh. Usually I just
All
have
right.
my phone, so.
Yeah.
But that's
all right.
pretty cool.
Yeah, you should look up having fun with scammers. It's hilarious.
I actually got one as well. Like prepaid load.
Yeah.
Basically, the thing is, I'm postpaid, and then there's a message going to me where I loaded like $5 worth of load or something like that, and then like this was during the morning of the day. It's like, oh, okay, like what the heck's this, whatever. And then during nighttime when I came back from whatever I was doing, I checked my phone again, and it's a guy telling me, "Hey man, I accidentally loaded like $5 into your account. Can you please send it back to me?" And I was like, "What? I'm postpaid." So I didn't even message him back. He was trying to scam me because the thing with postpaid is like you can send your own load like to others, and at the expense of your like bill. Yeah. So he was probably trying to scam me. I was like, hell no.
Those are definitely scammers. So just leave them.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, when you guys enter. When you guys enter the bar, the tiefling looks up and he says, "So, what can I get for you?"
Drinks would be nice. If you can add some information along the side, that would be splendid.
All right. He says, "Well, I will certainly try my best. What information do you want?"
Before I respond, I'm looking at the woman. Vero, you can do whatever you want. Don't worry about me. I'm just looking at the golden mask woman. What does she look like? Besides just the golden mask, be precise. Yeah, to be precise.
All right. Besides the golden mask, she's like dressed in white, almost like a white nun's outfit. She's got a large sword next to her. Now that you're at the right angle. She's got a large great sword leaning against the bar. Okay. And she's wearing gloves on her hand, like white leather gloves on her hands.
Okay. What's the mask look like?
Give me a moment. I have a very specific image.
Nice.
Man, I wonder if they have milk for Robin.
Milk? Maybe.
I'll ask after this. I'll ask.
All right. Yeah. Come on. Stop. I hate this thing.
What happened?
I hate that this takes so long. Okay, there we go. The mask looks something like this.
Ooh.
Aha. Ooh. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Sneering.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very tranquil.
Does she have a hat on as well, or is it
no hat, just a hood.
Just a hood. Okay.
Yeah, if you've ever played Bloodborne, it looks like she's wearing the gold mask, but also she's wearing the female version of the White Doctor outfit.
Okay.
Then I guess we'll just walk towards the bartender. Then I can't really
tell any
distinct details. So yeah.
I was asking about the castle. The bartender just shakes his head and says, "No, my friend, I don't think you want to go there. The Draven Castle devours anyone who enters without an invitation."
What do you mean
Ask
by
him.
Devour?
Ask who?
Ask him. He points to the guy who's huddled by the fire.
Oh God.
About 3 years ago, he and a group of 10 other men attempted to break into the castle in order to relieve the Dravens of some of their wealth.
Oh.
He was the only one who made it out.
Okay.
The sisters made it clear that the only reason he got out was because they wanted to send a warning to anyone who would try to steal from them again.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It says, just, I'm warning you though, he's a little hard to look at.
Why?
And I
Says,
tried to
the
look
castle
at it.
is, Silvanna like immediately goes over there.
Yeah, just
And like she's quietly, just like slowly, like imagine like she's like slowly peeking around, and then like we cut back to the bartender says,
yeah.
the Draven sisters worship a goddess of winter, and that goddess has defended their castle by shrouding it in cold. A bitter cold that is able to overwhelm most, if not all, magic designed to protect against it. The only way to defend against this cold is to either be a construct, be immune to the cold itself, or to be invited there by the sisters. And so when Silvanna peeks around, she realizes that the guy has no lips, no nose, and his hands have no fingers.
Okay.
Ooh.
Does it look like frostbite? Like essentially,
Yeah.
Severe.
He lost all of it to his extremities were all lost to frostbite.
Gotcha.
And as you look at him, you notice that Silvanna, so she notices that he seems to be shivering, even though it's pretty warm inside. He's got multiple blankets on, wearing thick clothing, got a scarf around his neck, hood up, but he's still shivering, and his teeth are still chattering slightly.
All right.
All right. I follow up with another question. So how long have the Draven sisters been in power here?
He says the Draven family has always ruled these lands. Long ago, their family helped an ancient king conquer these lands, and as a reward, they were given castles and titles. The sisters, though, the current crop of Dravens, the sisters, they prefer a hands-off approach, if that makes sense. Their word is still the absolute law, but they rule through a group of tieflings calling themselves the Fell Court. But they have made it very clear to the Fell Court that the tieflings only rule at their whim. If the court does something that goes against the sisters will remove them from power and probably kill them.
Okay.
That's really bad.
You have to think about this, and I just start thinking, and I just look at the man like currently passed out at the bar. What happened to him?
The guy who's currently in the corner bleeding away. He says,
Yeah.
The barkeeper's like, well, he's something of a sleazebag. Anytime a beautiful woman comes in, or a woman he believes might be beautiful, he immediately goes over and starts flirting outrageously.
Okay.
Well, he tried to flirt with our masked friend over there. She ended up ripping off his manhood and stuffing it inside of his mouth. He choked into unconsciousness, and we kind of just left him there after making sure that he was dead.
Are you sure he's not dead?
I've checked 5 times already. He is not dead. If he has any sense, he will. When he wakes up, if he has any sense, he will leave.
I don't think a 9th level cure wounds would be able to fix damage. So,
Dear Lord.
I just leave him be.
Yeah.
I approached the lady. I was like, awesome work back there.
It's like, I like your style.
Yeah.
The lady looks up at
I'm just watching this from afar.
Okay. The lady looks up at Silvanna and just nods once and then goes back to eating.
Alright. I wouldn't want to disturb her, so I just continue listening to the bartender, and well, he doesn't know anything else besides there are protected stuff, right?
By bitter cold.
Yeah.
I know Alex might know the cold. Like have you been anywhere near the Great Lakes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you know about lake effect cold.
Yes, I do. Okay.
Yeah, it's like that but colder.
Okay.
I know Vierl and Silvanna, they live in Asia. They don't know. I'm not sure they know
Guess
how
what?
cold that
As a
gets.
Canadian, I know all about cold. I know every
Yeah,
type
this-
of cold known to man.
Yeah, this is I believe that this is this is a supernatural cold.
Yeah.
Like this is
What
a
you're
supernatural
saying
cold.
is this is Lake Erie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Lake Erie married the Arctic, and then had an affair with the Antarctic, and then they gave birth to a child. That is what this cold is.
Mhm.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Just by the sound of it, it's super cold.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, very cold.
Yeah.
But it, like, well, just out of character, it does sound for Vierl and Silvanna. It does sound like the invitation might be key to getting
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you could always get in the old-fashioned way,
in.
break in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
still.
But then
I
again,
mean, once again, Alex is not here to give any
Yeah.
advice, so you're steering that. You're steering.
Yeah,
that
yeah. Go
ship.
back to the back of my head. That whatever
Okay,
voice you
okay,
are.
Alex is not-
Yeah, you just heard
Alright.
Alex trying to break.
You know what?
out,
You know
like,
what? I'll just quit on. I'll quit out of roll 20, and
Yeah.
you can just send me a Discord message when it's my turn to play. Okay.
I was just-
No. Yeah,
No.
just go back and be the sound in the back of our mind. That
yeah,
would
be
awesome.
the only sound of reasoning we have left in
moral
this party.
conscience. I am perfectly fine being the little angel on your
Yeah.
shoulders, saying like, "Guys, come
Yeah.
on."
Don't do this.
Yeah.
yeah,
Alright.
I'm reminded of a source filmmaker that I saw with the film that I saw today. The medic from Team Fortress
Mhm.
is like just getting frustrated with everyone calling for medic, and then like he's at the little shoulder ranger, the little shoulder devil that says, "You should kill your friends," and the shoulder ranger says, "Ooh, good idea."
It's like, yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
No more
So-
boundaries here.
All right. So anyway, you know that your only source of information is this guy, this frostbitten, shivering man in front of the fire.
Yep. Gonna ask him.
You also know that the woman in the gold mask is not someone you mess with.
I'm gonna ask the one that's shivering and says,
Yeah.
"So, any other way to go in to the castle?"
He says, he's like, how do you, there's not that many ways. There's plenty of ways to get in. You can cross the bridge, get into the castle. You can fly there. You can take a boat like we did, climb the walls, go through the windows, through the doors. There's plenty of ways in.
Okay, there are plenty of
Yeah.
ways.
It's getting out. That's the problem. Yeah, Arteviato quietly tells Vierl that there's nothing I can't get in. There's also nothing I
Yeah.
can't get out of either. Don't worry, we got this.
Sure.
Sure.
You're
Vierl's
like-
response is like,
I want to
Yeah,
say
there's a
something so bad, but I
Like-
can't.
You're a Lakewood, Vierl.
Uh,
Vierl, you're a Lakewood. You've got me. Seriously, you got this. You're hitting your stride, man.
Yeah. Sure.
all right.
I doubt it's that easy.
Since that's the case, I don't know. I'm kind of.
Let's look for Aunt Ezzy.
Yeah.
And Esmeralda's probably gone upstairs. When you came here, you saw that her car was outside.
Okay.
She's upstairs. Do
But-
you know what room she's in?
Robin immediately just goes sprinting off to go check.
Mhm.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I follow her.
knock on everyone's door. Dun, dun, dun.
No, she's not locking on everyone's doors. She's pulling out her own junior thieves tools that she's using to unlock doors.
Oh
This
my
is a
God.
big one. I have a big conflict of, hey, this is pretty cute, and another of, oh crap, we're going to be locked up for this.
And Dizzy, no, Dizzy, what the hell? What are you doing here? Sorry, I thought you were Aunt Dizzy.
I grab her and nope. Right. Use
I'll
your teeth
say-
wisely. We're not doing that.
I'll say she probably opened the door in the wrong time and watching someone taking off their
Nope.
clothes.
No, not like this.
Not like this.
Actually, that's not what she opened up.
Color
she found
spray.
that
Do it. Do it now.
I bleach.
yeah. No, she opened up a door. She found that there was like a table with like some what looked like assassins planning something to like can we help you? She's like, wrong. Nope. They're like, have you seen Aunt Ezzy in here anywhere? She's like, who? Oh, okay. And then she just shuts the door,
I
relocks it.
seriously just grab her,
Oh,
bring her
no.
back downstairs. I asked the bartender, "Hey, have you seen a woman?" And then I describe Esmeralda.
Yeah.
And you know which room she's in?
He says, he heard this whole commotion upstairs. He says, yes, I do. As long as you keep her under control. And he points to Robin.
Yeah.
She's just like, he's basically got her by the scruff of her neck, and she's just hanging there, just smiling.
I just immediately grabbed the thieves' tools from her, like the most stealthiest way as possible.
So he gives you Esmeralda's room number.
Yeah. Do I have to do a sleight of hand check to get the thieves' tool out of Robin's hand?
Versus Robin's perception check.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. If I actually fail this, I think I found my successor.
Yeah. Make it.
Come on.
Let him in.
Oh, wow.
Nope.
That's not
Nope.
one.
You just like blip. You just took it right out of her, right for her. So she's like, so when you put her down, she immediately puts her hand to go grab it. She's like, wait a minute.
Okay, you have to learn when to use this. So the only time you're gonna get
You
it
use
back.
You use it when there's a locked door.
No, not just that. Okay.
She's not wrong, actually.
Yeah, but I just put it like in my pocket and said, "You will only get this back if you can get it from me, and if I don't notice." Understand?
Okie dokie. This is okie dokie.
I'm gonna do something.
It's gonna be a lot of silent rolls.
Vierl, make your perception check versus
Oh,
someone's
crap.
sleight of hand.
If you can actually beat me in this.
Oh my
Ah,
god.
13 is not a big score. Unless you roll a 1, then I'm... Yeah.
Nope.
Ooh,
You got
that's
Silvanna
close.
sticking her hands inside of there. That he like grabs you.
A girl's gotta try. And I wink
And-
at Robin. And I message
Robin.
her, do it.
Robin is just like, she's looking at you like, what are you doing? Why are you sticking your hands in his pants?
Do
Nope,
That's weird.
I messaged
Yeah.
Robin.
Robin,
I
let's
knew
go.
that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Robin, let's go to Aunt Ezzy.
No.
Right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's
go. Let's go.
That's
Yes,
so you
the
go to the
anime
door.
adventure
Yeah, this really
rated
this is turning
PG-13.
oh god, this harem. Jesus, Vierl.
Yeah.
Calm
Yes.
it down a little.
This is
Yeah.
what happens when you kidnap Basilco. Okay, it's not my fault.
Yeah.
All right.
Why are you kidnapped by Basu?
Yeah.
Why are you kidnapped?
All right, so you go over, you knock on the door,
Yeah.
and you hear very sleepily inside. You hear Esmeralda say, "If you don't have my dinner, you are going to have a very bad day."
It's us.
Sorry, Aunt Ezzy, but we don't have your dinner.
Vierl, why the hell are you calling me Aunt Ezzy?
Because it's kind of cute.
Don't
Going
mind
for
him.
3. Let's go. Let's go.
He's just being bashed on the head too many times.
Yeah,
It's just like-
She
Yeah,
opens up. She opens up the door and she's like, and she looks at you. She's like, "Okay." She says, "Why don't you go with Uncle and Kasumi? They've gone to find like a local cathedral or church or whatever. Why don't you go with them? What do you need me for? I'm tired right now. I want to sleep. I traveled all night to get here. I drank nothing but coffee."
Okay. Well, we'll leave you to it.
Well,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Aunt Ezzy.
Don't call me that ever again.
Oh,
Again,
Just shut the
Vierl.
door.
Yeah.
Just shut the door.
I shrug and close the door.
Yeah.
Thanks, and then I just leave.
Yeah.
So,
We're
as you
going
close
to
the door, you hear her
proceed.
muttering.
Yep.
Yeah, as you close the door, you just hear Esmeralda muttering. Ezzy, what the hell's with him? I'm like, he's like my younger. He's young enough. He's not that young.
You're like
I'm not
3
that old, am I?
younger than me.
It's like, yeah, she's actually not that much older than Vierl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's so funny because I want to mess with Esmeralda, and this is the perfect time to do so. Anyway, let's go do what she
The
suggested.
cathedral where Heinko and Kasumi were.
I check my pocket again if the if
Make a
my-
perception check.
God damn it! A lot of secret
No.
rolls to be made.
Come on. One day. One day.
Oh Jesus.
Real?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
you
Yeah,
got
yeah. You reach down, you catch both Robin and Silvanna without even looking. You're just like, nope.
Ah,
Yeah, and I position myself a bit to where Silvana's bag of holding would be, and I just slide it in there.
oh. Okay.
Make a
Can-
sleight of hand check versus her perception check.
Come on.
Oh, so put it in the bag of holding and she won't know. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Sleight of hand. Come on, Rogue.
Yeah, he's,
Yep.
he's
Yeah.
definitely gonna beat it. Hey,
Yeah,
And
you
then
beat it.
finally, I don't.
double skill proficiency. That's not something to sneeze at. That's amazing.
All right, let's go look for that church.
Okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna do that.
All right. It's not hard to miss. It's a big Gothic cathedral. You can't miss it.
All right. So
There you
what do we see?
It got massive vaulted ceilings. There are several altars set up to various deities in the back. Heinkel and Kasumi are kneeling before the one dedicated to Bahamut. The one that you notice that has more prominence over the others is a big black altar with the carved image of a raven over it.
The Raven Queen.
Yep.
All right. I look around. Do I see anyone else besides Heinkel and Kasumi?
Yeah, there are a couple. There's a couple of people who are. A couple of people who are there. They're praying to different deities.
Okay.
There's, yeah. So
All right. We probably just
no sign of any
wait.
like clergy.
Yeah, we probably just wait until Heinkel and Kasumi are done.
Yeah, done praying. Yeah.
All right, yeah, they're done.
Yeah.
When they come,
Yeah, and
when they
we
come over there,
walk
Tia-
towards them.
Yeah,
Ask
the-
them.
Heinkel says, yeah, Heinkel says, asks, so were you able to actually figure out, where Alexander is, or at least where Vasilka is?
Yeah, we figured.
Raven
it out.
Castle.
Well,
Castle.
Vasilka
What the
is
fa-
in the Draven Castle, and Alex.
But the abbot is.
Yeah, the abbot is. And
Which most
Alex
likely
is
Vasilka's
one-
there as well.
Yeah, probably.
It says, well, then Kasumi says, well, do you know what defenses that castle has?
Well, the unnaturally cold is one of its greatest defense. There are various
and so-
ways to enter, but the cold is like something we need to lift. Or if we have an invitation from the Draven sisters ourselves, which is highly unlikely.
I think it'd be very likely. Maybe we have to make ourselves known.
Mhm.
I mean, they are looking for us, right?
Yeah,
Or-
but I don't think that's if we make ourselves
Hey,
known.
this is where Alexander does get to chime in because he sent you a message to be very careful.
Yeah, and I don't want to mess with Alex at this point because I'm thinking the same thing. It's like the rare
Yeah.
moments Savannah will feel like, yeah, there may be a technical
Yeah.
flaw there.
Yeah, Heinkel and Kasumi did a little asking around while you guys were messing with the dwarf,
Mm-hmm.
and while Robin was testing her thieves skills.
Yeah.
Oh crap!
Yeah, they did a little asking around. They found out more about the three sisters who rule the town. The three sisters are very devout followers of the Raven Queen,
Mm-hmm.
and each sister is the family is very highly favored by the Raven Queen. So each sister is actually embodies one of the Raven Queen's three attributes. The eldest, Erwin, embodies winter. And she's effectively the de facto ruler. The other two sisters defer to her judgments.
Mhm.
And basically, her word is the law in this part of the world. The second one is named Persephone, and she is the sister of Death.
Oh.
Yeah, and you remember that the dwarf said Persephone take you right before he started giving information.
Correct.
So
That is true.
So basically, whenever Erwin needs someone silently removed, Persephone is sent in to do the job. But she's not just she's not a rogue by any means. I mean, she's not like an assassin.
Yeah.
She's not just an assassin. Like anyone who tries to take her head on gets a lot more than they bargained for.
Yep.
The final and youngest sister is Moira, the sister of Fate.
All right.
She's also seen the most often, except she's always heavily armored and she's always leading a band of constructs around whenever she comes to town. From what people have seen of her, they believe Moira is blind, but they don't think that would be. They don't believe that's no hindrance to her, because she's actually able to. One person actually challenged her to a duel. When she had apparently come to inflict punishment on a thief, and the thief's brother challenged her to a duel. And the brother was not a bad duelist by any stretch, but Moira was able to fought blind, and she fought much better than him.
Ooh, all right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I know this because King also have this kind of skill. Huh. I
That's
think
true,
he
yeah.
mentioned something called look with your heart or something like that. I'm not sure what the proper name is.
No.
Probably just fighting blind or something.
True sight.
No, blind sight actually.
Yeah, that's
But,
Silvanna
she
describing
hasn't-
blind sight.
Yeah, they're describing blind sight. They don't think that Moira can see into the ethereal plane, but she is able to tell within a certain radius where everything is. So she's not fooled by illusions, and invisibility isn't going to stop her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, crap.
Just a quick question. This is important for Alexander. Who was the one that I had that last conversation with in the torture
Erwin,
chamber?
the sister of Winter.
Erwin? Erwin.
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 Good.
Yeah.
Important.
I'm actually not really sure how to pronounce it. I'm just pronouncing it as best I can.
Erwin is good. I'll just do Erwin. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
well, at least we know their strength, where their strength lies, and we can come up with something to, attack their weaknesses. At least that's what I think. What Alex will say. I mean, I have no idea what I'm talking about, but
Yeah, we should also meet up with Alexander. We do know he's in Pravnova, right?
Yeah.
He's coming south. You know that. He's coming to Pravnova.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to try looking for him.
Or we can just stay in the hotel and, take a few days off when he returns. Then we can gather up strength. We're better off in groups.
Sure.
There's no good thing ever happened when we got separated. So yeah. Plus, I want to smack him in the head for being kidnapped. So
There is so much I want to say, but I can't because I'm not there.
But let's try to search the area of the town first, because we didn't really fully explore it, right? Maybe
Yeah,
Alexander's around somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not saying we
Alright,
just lie around all day. I'm just we can stay in the hotel for the time being, and while waiting for Alex. Yep.
Sure.
Yeah.
But let's go look around.
Yep.
Yeah, I did. By the way, what I posted on the chat is basically a picture of it. It's based heavily on Castle Canehurst from Bloodborne.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, so I figured, you know what? I might as well just post something of that. That really captures the sheer scale of Draven Castle
And the horror.
and the nightmares that lurk inside.
Yep.
Especially for Silvanna, they've spent a long time preparing for this fight.
Meanwhile.
No, meanwhle. So you're going to go out. You're going to go out looking.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, no, meanwhile? I thought we were switching
Not
back
yet.
to Alex.
We will, but not
Okay.
yet. What are
Nice.
you gonna be looking for?
The
Pretty
whole
good.
castle, like the outlook, the stones, the structure, if there's any entrance, if how's the way
Scout
to get in.
work.
Yeah, scout work.
So you're just gonna go out and scout the castle and take a look at it.
Yes.
Yep.
And
All right,
there's one thing in particular I want to test. That is how far the range of the cold when we reach there. Like,
right.
how wide is the range? Yep.
Yeah, you leave Pravnova. You start heading towards the castle. As you leave, you notice it gets noticeably and more bitterly cold. When you reach the edge of the lake, even like wrapping yourself up in all the winter gear that you have isn't enough to keep the biting cold out.
I just want to clarify. I left Robin with Aunt Ezzy before this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Don't
Yeah,
bring
no,
her to the castle, Jesus Christ.
Please,
actually, no. Heimkill and Tsume are
Yeah, okay, that's
keeping her
good.
locked up.
Locked up.
Keeping her locked up. Nice.
Yeah, they
Right.
threw her in the cart.
So what are you?
Oh.
So what exactly are you doing with?
Prestidigitation to make ourselves warm. You chill,
That's-
warm,
that-
or flavor up a cube foot of non-essential material. So I'm making our armor warm.
Warm.
Yep.
You try that anyway.
Oh no.
It gets cold very fast again.
Okay.
This is not, and then you reach the bridge, and up close the wind is absolutely brutal. You notice that the icicles on the bridge have actually formed sideways due to the sheer force of the wind.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, does this sun sword provide any heat?
Nope.
No.
Damn, it's just sunlight.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a
I reach
lightsaber.
out, that reminds me. I reach out for my flame tongue and just lights it up.
You light it up.
Yeah.
You use the flame tongue option from your pot of lordly might. And you notice that the flame, if it wasn't for the fact that the flame was magical, it would have gone out from the sheer force of the wind.
Yep.
The bridge itself is also covered in ice.
All right.
Oh boy.
And you can see up ahead, you can see across the black waters. You see the great looming castle, just like crouching there, waiting for you.
Ooh. Yes, another castle.
Not
Castle
gonna
Ravenloft.
go in there.
Part 2.
Yeah, that went well.
What else?
I'm giving you guys only ever went there like once.
Yeah, I think
guess
we
Vierl
only
and
ever
Savannah
went
went
there. Yeah, we did.
Vierl
it
and
was
Savannah
one
went there a
and
second
done.
time when they met when they saw Strahd's
Oh
triumphant
yeah,
return.
that's true. That's
But
true.
Alice has never been there more than once, so
Yeah.
it didn't really go that bad, all things considered.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, you are right. It was actually not that bad, considering how bad it could have gone, considering they flipped the table strategy.
Yeah.
About you can see that about like halfway across the bridge is like a little it's like something like a gatehouse
All right.
that's been set up.
Is there anyone inside it? Like, is
You can't tell from this distance. You'd have to actually go shuffling out.
Probably
Alright,
not just
I'll-
yet. I
Okay.
call for Wormwood, and yeah, just like
Yeah, he
pretty
comes.
please?
Yeah, he pops out. He's like, he looks around. He immediately he puts on his Hawaiian shirt, sunglasses,
Yeah, he's
pulls
like,
out a
back
pina
at
colada.
home.
Yeah.
Hey,
He's like, "Yeah, Sylvie, you didn't tell me you were going on vacation.
I know.
There's
Little
this
Isn't this
vacation.
nice? Yeah.
Is it after the 8th level of Hell, Vierl? This is a little bit of heaven."
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So, there's in the 8th layer of Hell. I don't recall the name off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Um,
I think it's called
It is-
C something. I can't really remember. Yeah. C or whatever.
yeah,
it is.
I'll now I know how to look it up. Thank you for that.
it's see something,
It's
and then
see something.
you could feel the OCD just going. "Ugh." Now
Yeah,
you can-
Cania, I think is what it's called. I'm looking it up now.
Oh,
Um,
Melbog. Wait, is that it?
No, I think it's Cania.
Cania?
Um,
Okay.
the- Yours. Come on. Yeah, Kenya.
Kenya.
Little by Mephistopheles.
Ring of hell that is super cold.
Yeah, Kenya, and Stygia is cold, and so is Kenya.
Yeah.
It is like that is like probably the only place colder than this.
Yeah.
I mean, and you guys have been to Moyle. That was pretty freaking cold. This
Yeah.
place is somehow even colder.
Why?
Oh, I sold my Boots of Winterland, so I'm affected as well. It's like,
Yep. Yeah, you're like, why did I do that?
I have a sneaking suspicion that the boots probably wouldn't have mattered with this.
No, the
level
boots
of
would not have
magic.
mattered. This temperature is well below the boots threshold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Anyway, let's get this over with.
Wormwood, take a scout, please.
You're
It's
just
like-
gonna throw Wormwood at the castle.
Yeah. I'm not gonna throw
Whatever.
it. I'm just gonna like, please, scout.
All right,
for
he's
us."
just like, yep, whatever, and he jumps off you, flares his wings, and is immediately blown away like a kite. It's like,
I'll do it, and then I start going nearer stealthily. Do I get the disadvantage? It's so freaking cold.
No, you have to make a dexterity save because this bridge is covered in ice,
Covered in ice.
and the wind is blowing.
Alright.
Fortunately, you're a rogue, so this is like something you do all the time.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Come on,
I
Daryl,
should.
You
please.
do all the time.
Oh, what?
No!
I have a thing called luck.
Okay. Yeah, much better.
Yeah.
There
So
you
you slip, but then you get lucky. You're like, oh, okay, and then you go to cross. You can make a stealth check now if you like.
Alright. Whew.
Wow.
First crit of the night.
Yeah,
go.
you
That's,
use the
that's
blizzard
a
to
time
your
to
advantage.
do it.
Yeah.
You use the blowing snow to your advantage. You are a ghost. Like Silvanna, you see him like just slip, and then he straightens up, and then he just vanishes.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, what? Where'd he go?
I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself and just like, I can do that. Just like disappear as well.
All right, Vierl, you make it across to the gatehouse. You notice that the portcullis is up, and this place is also covered has like the same sideways facing icicles. There's no lights burning in the windows. There's no sign of any habitation. The doors are unlocked, but they're shut. So when you open the doors, it's cold inside, although not as much because the wind is cut off by the stone walls. There doesn't seem to be anyone inside, as far as you can tell.
Don't
Alright,
go
I
in
s-
just yet. I message him. Don't
You
go
don't. He's
in
out of
just-
range.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, this is a big.
Alright. Without that message, I enter stealthily.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to stealthily.
I try
There's, like,
switching around.
There's a cold fireplace. It apparently hasn't had anything burning in there for a while. Couple of crumbled tables. A couple crumbled chairs. A cracked table. Like a few cupboards on the wall, lining the walls that are hanging open. One of the doors has fallen off. It's currently lying on the ground. There's also a set of stairs leading up higher into the tower.
It has more than one floor. Alright.
Yeah.
I go outside and wait for Silvanna if he's gonna. Wait, where the hell's Silvanna?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still on the bridge walking, like trying really hard to walk.
Shuffling.
Yep.
All right, make a dexterity save. Let's see how well you do.
Shuffling.
Hey, you've got.
Nope.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Whoop.
use luck.
Over you go.
I'm gonna use luck.
They both have luck, and that's not gonna be
that's
enough.
not
Over
gonna
you
be-
go.
Do I hear like the skidding?
Woo!
No, you don't hear that. You don't even hear the scream.
No, I don't scream. I just woo, and I spread my wings. Just like.
Yeah, and you.
Now you're gonna have to fly against the wind. Good luck with
Yeah.
that.
I'm gonna fly.
Yeah,
against
it's
the wind.
buffeting you.
So
Yeah, the
another
wind's
dex
buff-
save? Or because the wind?
Yeah, make another dex save to fly against the
One.
wind.
Luck.
It's like one step forward. Two.
Yes.
Oh wait, luck it, and yeah, you managed to fly over to where Vierl is. Vierl, you see this great
Whew.
black shape suddenly just
Oh no!
appear in the sky,
I'm invisible.
and then it's
I cast
right,
invisibility
hear-
on myself.
That is
Alright.
true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then you hear this thump, and you see raven-shaped footprints appear in the snow, like coating of snow next to you.
Whew.
And you realize, oh, that means Silvanna's here.
Yep.
Uh,
I dropped
oh.
the invisibility. So it's like. Whew.
Yeah.
All right.
Why did you? Okay. So tell me, did you fly first or did you fell and then fly?
What? What do you mean fail?
I don't want to talk about it.
I just fly over here, you know, as smooth as a person like me.
Okay, anyway.
Deception versus Vierl's insights.
Yep.
Yeah.
Deception. Oh, I haven't used this for ages. Nice.
For insight?
Yep.
Oh, come on, girl.
Yeah.
No.
And the Vierl's like, yep, she flew.
Yep.
Like, she
Okay,
probably
no
just
clue.
fly.
Okay, I'm
Probably
I'm like,
figure her
yeah,
feathers
okay,
would be warmer.
okay, yeah, I get you. And it's like, anyway, there's more floors in this gatehouse. Shall we? I checked the first floor. There's nothing there.
Let's check with Wormwood. I'm gonna message Wormwood. Because in 100 feet,
You meant-
I can.
You're able to mentally contact. You try to mentally contact. You realize you can't actually contact him.
Oh, then I dispel.
The wind just blew him away.
Yeah, I dispel Find Familiar and then cast it again. So he
All
would
right.
appear right next to me.
Yeah, you cast it again, and Worm's like, "Oh, hey, I'm back.
So, what did you
Oh,
find?
hey, I'm back. What's up, Sylvie? This is some very strong wind, Sylvie.
I thought this was a little bit of heaven.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, it is heaven. Believe me, temperature-wise, this is a little bit of heaven. Wind, though,
All right. So nothing? You haven't spotted anything at all? Nope.
He's like, the lake is. You don't want to go. I don't think you personally want to take a bath in that lake, Sylvie.
Yep. No.
Seems very cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably might want to get back to Pravnova. You know, get somewhere a little warm.
True. Yeah, plus it's never really that good to, like, explore the area on our own. I'm gonna go back.
Alright.
Yeah.
I just look at the gates like, alright, then let's go back to Pravnova.
Yeah, plus it looks empty
Pravnova.
now.
All right.
Who knows what's inside?
Yeah. You notice that as you guys are shuffling back across the ice to get back to Pravnova, you notice that the wind seems to actually die down in intensity a little. So you're not forced to make dexterity saves. It doesn't go away entirely, but it's enough that you're able to shuffle across the bridge and get back to the mainland
So
without any real trouble.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic as well as Identify to see what's around the castle. Yeah, to tell for exactly what's around the castle.
The magic that you're sensing is it's a combination of evocation and transmutation magic.
Oh, I can identify the spell. So what?
It's not a spell. It's not any recognizable spell.
Oh, okay.
You guess this is the will of a divine entity that's keeping the cold and shit and around the castle.
Okay, I relay that information to Bill. I was like, someone's been looking out for this castle.
Probably the Raven Queen.
Yep, probably. Or the winter deity they once mentioned.
That's probably the Raven Queen. Part of her portfolio is
one of
winter.
her traits winter. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And let's just go back to Pravnova.
Yeah.
All right.
As you get back, it's getting dark. When you finally get back, it's you notice it's getting colder because it's getting closer to nighttime. When you get back to the end that it's staying at, you notice that it's a lot fuller. There's a pretty boisterous attitude that's prevalent among the people. The woman in white is still there.
Okay.
She's still eating and drinking, or just sitting there?
Yeah, she's not eating and drinking. She's just sitting by the fire, though. She's got her sword. She's just completely ignoring everyone around her.
Okay.
Or maybe she's observing everything. You can't really tell with that mask on.
All right.
I'm gonna just go upstairs and relax. Actually.
Yeah. The only other thing is that the frostbitten guy by the fire is people are pestering him to tell the Draven Castle story again. It's like some kind of morbid. It's like some kind of morbid fascination with them.
Yeah, like a war story essentially.
Does he seem disturbed to retell the story over and over again?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was a very traumatic time of his life. He's even when you get in, the part of the story that he's at is basically he's saying that the Draven sisters didn't even lift a finger to stop him and his friends. But when they finally, he was basically about to die when they walked up and they called their monsters off. And when he woke up, he passed out, and when he woke up, he was bandaged up in the inn, and he realized that they had left him alive.
All right. Wait, let me try something. I want to see if this might work.
What?
Smite?
What the fuck?
Wait, did I play a smite? I pressed my character sheet. Wait, hold on.
You're testing something. Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
Weird.
Why is my mouse wheel inverted? Damn. Anyway.
Roll 20 does things like that sometimes.
I'm gonna do. I go over while he's talking. I just tap him. I cast Lesser Restoration.
Oh, nice.
Blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Didn't work. I thought, no. Well, it might work. Maybe Frozen is added to that, but it's a hidden
He's
effect.
none of that. He's none of that.
If you squint your eyes just enough, you can see Frozen.
I tried.
Yeah, you
Alright.
tried.
Can I make a religion check to figure out what sort
there's
of
anything
spell?
that can help him?
Anything that can help him.
That would actually probably be a medicine check.
Medicine.
I helped
the
Vierl
rogue making
with the spell of prestidigitation. I do gently, unknown to anybody else, just to make Vierl think his spell works.
Wow, thanks.
No, he's still shivering.
20. Yeah.
Sleight of hands.
Wow.
Yeah, he's still shivering there. He's like, Vierl, you think that what's wrong with this man is mostly psychological.
Yep.
It's all in his head.
Yep. It's all in his head. I wasted a natural 20 on sleight of hand.
Can I persuade them to not? Okay, I think I'm
No,
gonna
you're
try
not sure
this
you
out.
can.
I want to
persuasion
try
check.
it though.
Yeah, I was just saying, one persuasion check is not going to be enough to convince this guy that he's not
How
in
about
the cold
2
anymore.
persuasion check?
About 2 persuasion checks.
No, it would take a long time
Yeah.
of some serious treatment.
Yeah.
Then at least can I try to lower it for a bit?
Let's talk to the Holocaust victims and be you just look on the bright side, you got a house and
there's always a silver lining.
It's all up.
everything.
Hey, look at it this way. It's all uphill from here.
Yeah. There's a rock bottom, so
Right.
I mean, if at your lowest point, the only way is up.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Jesus, it's like the really bad motivational speakers.
Yep. All right.
All right.
Yeah, no, he's like, you can't do it, man. You can't take away you can't undo what their sisters did.
Mm-hmm.
That place. Look, he grabs Vierl by the face with his fingerless hand. It shakes Vierl's best he can. He's like, just don't go into that castle, man.
Oh.
It's not worth it.
Don't worry, we won't. Wink.
Not yet, anyway. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh,
Not yet, anyway.
wink,
We don't
wink.
have anything. We're not ready yet.
Yep.
All right, so you guys are gonna get something to eat then?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Probably,
order some
yeah.
food and I'm gonna go upstairs. And I'm gonna practice my demi playing to expand. Just every day, just
Alright.
cast it. to
Wait,
expand.
is the woman with the golden mask still eating?
No, she's not eating. She's sitting by the fire.
Yep.
You're not sure what her deal is. She's probably just listening to stories, or she's just observing everything. You're not sure what she's doing.
She's observing.
Ah.
We've heard that.
I don't know. This one's making me curious. Like, what the heck what's with her?
What's
It's
her deal?
what's her deal? What importance does she have?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
like, if you want to go talk to her some more, you can. I mean, it's your call.
Yeah, it's your call.
Yeah, I mean,
But you don't want to end up like that poor unconscious guy who's still in the corner.
Hey,
Yep.
hey.
Just-
Vierl's taken. Hold up.
There you go.
There
Hey,
you
I'm
go.
taking
That's
it.
true.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just get some food. Pay how much silver or copper pieces?
Two?
Hang on, man.
1 or 2. Just drop it on the table. Ding.
I have it right here. Bread, 2 copper pieces. Cheese, 1 silver piece. Mug of ale, 4 copper pieces.
Nice. I'm gonna drop
Yeah,
2
I'm-
silver on the table and let it bring us the food and everything.
All right. Right, so you get your food.
2 silver pieces gone.
Yeah.
Is this for both of us or just
Yeah,
you?
just both of us.
All right.
Come
Yep.
on. Am I like that kind of person just order my own food and like just leave you to pay for yours? Come on.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm just really thinking, how do I approach this one without seeming awkward?
Hmm.
I'm gonna leave Vero to do that. I'm just gonna go upstairs.
Okay, I'll just go right where she is by the fire and like find a nearby like chair beside her. I ask her if I can
Yeah.
sit down.
She just nods and gestures with her hand.
Oh.
And then I let a few seconds pass to make, and then
Yeah.
I ask her, so what do you think of the Draven sisters?
Mhm.
She says very quietly from behind her mask, "They are misguided."
Misguided. Then I just think about it for a bit, and what exactly do you do? I don't think everyone or anyone can wield a great sword like that.
She says, "What do you mean? What do I do?"
Profession, job? Do you have any? Yeah, any job in particular?
She says, she said, "Do I have any job?" Does she have? She says, "Perhaps I do, perhaps I don't. I could have a private store of wealth that I'm drawing on."
Oh boy. I don't think this conversation's going well.
No, as you think it, like as you just nervously start to eat, she puts one hand. You notice that she had one hand on the table near you, and then she lifts it up ever so slightly. So you and only you can see that underneath there's a small holy symbol of Bahamut there,
Mm.
Ooh.
just very ever so slightly, and then she just puts her hand back.
Ooh.
She puts it back down. On to cover the symbol again.
I smile and I nod and then, well, I won't disturb you any further, and I leave and continue and finish my food.
Yeah,
Yes, you found another ally. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, another ally. And then you hear the woman say, you hear the woman say, if you hurry, you may be able to save Silvanna.
Silvanna?
Silvanna, I would like you to make a Constitution save.
Oh crap.
Shit.
Wait, hold on. Before we do anything, is this from the food? Is this magical? What it is?
We'll find out. We're gonna find out. Well,
I think
No,
I
no,
know
it's
exactly
not magical.
what it is.
well, it's not magical.
Okay.
Yeah. So roll the Archmage to not do it. You you don't feel anything until like after you finish. You're like, okay, I feel great, and then like you're immediately seized by these cramping pains.
Okay.
And you just like collapse on the ground, just hugging it, going fetal. Your vision swims; it's blurry.
Hold
Yeah, and
on.
before you black out, you get you squint. You're not sure, but you think you see like in front of you is standing there, hands on her hips. There's a woman in black, in the black clothes of mourning, with a veil covering her face.
Oh shit!
Wait, hold on. Is that a poison?
I think it's
Some kind of a poison, you think?
Hold on. Let me check for something. I don't think I.
You
can
don't.
be
I'm not sure you
poisoned.
have anything.
No, hold on. Let me check just before we go into anything.
Remember when you sold all your stuff in the
No, I
nine
know,
hells?
I know.
Or...
Huh. But if I know, hold on. I'm gonna roll for. Well, for Silvanna, can I roll for a medicine check to see if I'm poisoned?
It's pretty obvious you've been poisoned at this point.
Okay. Then
Yeah,
I
so-
drink the potion from my bottle.
What potion?
I have potion of vitality to remove all poison.
Yeah, you barely you pull it out, like you're trembling, like you're just about to uncork it when the woman just steps with her boot and just crushes the vial in your hand.
All right.
So close.
Come
Well,
on, Vierl can run fast, right? Come on.
Yeah, Vierl. Right as Silvanna passes out, Vierl comes in. He bursts into the room, and he sees that it's like completely empty, except for unconscious Silvanna holding a crushed vial in her hand.
Oh boy.
There's no other person in there.
I walk in very
No fun
carefully,
passing
and can I roll perception?
Go right ahead.
Come on. Oh,
That's not
go
bad.
boy.
All right.
I lost the potion. Fuck. It's
Yeah.
expensive one. Shit.
With
Don't
the
worry, we'll get you another one. Don't worry about it.
you don't actually see anything. You get the feeling like someone else might have been here, but you don't actually see anything.
I don't hear anything or
You
anything
don't
like
hear
that.
anything. Nothing like that. No.
I don't like being in the room. I grab Silvanna and
Alright.
run down to the first
Alright,
floor.
All right. As you drag her out, the roughness with which you do it actually shakes her awake.
Who? Vero? Scroll.
What happened?
Scroll. I just keep saying scroll and pointing at the bag of holding.
Oh, scroll? Okay, then what scroll? And then I put my hand into the bag of holding and I think scroll?
Yeah, that's the only scroll in my bag of holding, so you get this one. Aura of Purity.
Aura of Purity.
Ooh.
Scroll!
Okay, I activate it.
So it
All
cures
right.
poison. All kinds
Yep.
of
So Silvanna is no longer poisoned.
I just like give out a huge pile of ooze and everything and just like
Yeah.
Okay.
What happened?
Okay. I have no clue. Some kind of a weird woman just appeared in my room and I somehow just got poisoned. I was gonna drink the potion, but she stepped on my hand and just crushed it.
I don't like this. Let's look for Heinkel Kasumi and let's get Esmeralda. And I don't like. Just make sure they're okay. And I go to their rooms.
Yeah, I'm gonna search.
Yeah, they're fine. Esmeralda, from what you can tell, she's asleep, but she's otherwise fine. She's not poisoned or anything. Heinkel and Kasumi have their own room. They're fine, from what you can tell. Robin is also fine, although she is tied to a chair to keep her from running off.
Tied to a chair.
Like they literally pulled ropes out and they tied her up.
I look at them.
You can't. When you come into that room, you hear Robin saying, "What kind of weirdo travels around with this much rope?" And Kasumi replies, "Well, what kind of child tries to jump out of a window repeatedly?" Yeah.
With an eyebrow raised, I ask, "So was it necessary?"
Says, "You would not believe it. She's been trying to escape to go explore the town and as she says, practice her skills. Like the most recent time, like one time, I actually caught her. We actually left. We actually had to put something, flip the bed up so she couldn't get out the window. We left the room and locked it. We come back, we find that she's using a dagger to try to peel up the floorboards.
What?
The last straw was, and when we tried to do it, and then when we put the bed down, she immediately runs for the window, and that's when we tied her up.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
boy.
I think she's already out of the ropes. And I look
No,
at Robin.
She's not. Robin's like, you look at Robin, and Jessica says, "Yeah, it's not likely. We tied up each of her fingers individually as well.
Thank God.
She's not using that. She's not picking anything." Robin is like trying to wriggle out, and like she's like, "Hey, come on, get Oda. No, don't tilt.
You're in the timeout chair. That's
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
Chair. Nice.
Basically, like, yeah, she wriggles around to the chair. She's like, "Come on, leave me out. Don't tilt. No, she's tilting. Ah! Ow."
What am I going to do with you?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Just,
Kasumi says,
thanks.
yeah, she says, yeah, Kasumi replies, "You're welcome." And that they also expect to be paid for this work. She's a handful.
Babysit.
Hankel says that Robin's either going to make an excellent hero or she's going to be executed when she gets older.
Yeah.
She's gonna go places. A lot of different places. I'm
Like
like,
the executioner's block.
I just tell them, all right, we can negotiate what's the price later, and then I just need to talk to someone first, and then not really drag Silvanna, but lead her to the woman downstairs in the mask.
Ooh.
Yeah. I was like.
All right.
So when I see her, so how did you know that was gonna happen?
Says, I've been watching. When Silvanna entered, you didn't notice, but there was a woman here. A woman in black. She went, the minute you guys, when you guys came back from your little excursion to the castle, she went upstairs. I assume she went upstairs, likely to Silvanna's room because Silvanna is very isolationist. She prefers to be by herself to practice her magic.
I'm gonna try for an inside check. So is she?
Wow.
Yeah, this woman is telling the truth. She knows a lot about you guys.
Okay.
I
got this feeling
Yeah.
I'm wasting a lot of 20s just for nothingness.
No, these are good 20s.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's
know.
Yeah,
especially against
no
her.
20 is a bad 20.
So
I know.
I asked her, so how were you able to see her, but I couldn't, or anyone in the tavern couldn't?
She says, the veil that she wears lets her turn invisible or visible at will. The mask that I wear, though, counters invisibility.
Ooh.
Alright.
Alright. So, since I know you're in league with Bahamut, why exactly are you here?
True.
Redemption.
Redemption against?
I think you know what. And then Kyra removes the mask from her face.
I knew it! I knew it!
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, nice.
Alexander.
Nice
The
point.
moment you said that that necklace of Bahamut and the mask, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be Kyra.
Nice.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
God.
Alexander has discovered that he can actually sleep in the saddle of these undead horses, and they won't stop. Which is actually cuts a lot of time off of traveling. It cuts a lot of time off of the traveling because these horses don't need to stop to eat or rest. You can literally just sleep in the saddle.
Yeah.
As you're following Strahd, you hear the sounds of fighting coming from up ahead.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah.
So you look at Strahd. Strahd just says, "Ignore it."
I'm not gonna ignore it. I want to see what it is. Can I make a perception
All right.
check?
Yeah, make a perception check. Go right ahead to hear what you can hear. Gotta check on some things. Keep going. All right. Alexander can't really make out any kind of voices.
Nope.
No, but he can hear that that somebody is clearly that. From what you can hear, someone. It's coming from near a river.
Mm-hmm. I look at Strahd and I say, like, is it anything that we should be concerned about?
He says, "Yes. They are called Rusalka. They deceive their prey, lure them in to drown them."
Ooh.
Is there anyone? Because I'm assuming that he can see what's happening over there, and I can't.
He can hear it. He can hear it too.
I gotta think about this. I think Alexander at this point is going to say, I'm gonna just ask Strahd a very simple question. Do you think there's a chance that we could save them or not? Simple question.
He says, it is an elaborate deception. There is no one being attacked. There's no one being drowned. It is the Rusalka putting on this show for your benefit.
Now that's quite a show.
And then you hear, and then Alexander, you hear Kasumi scream. The only other time you've heard that scream was when the headhunter tore off her head.
Whoops.
Yeah.
I clench my fist in anger and worry, and I ask Strahd, I'm assuming that's the illusionary noises again.
He says, you can check if you wish, but I warn you, there is nothing there for you but death.
No, we need to keep moving. We need to get to where we need to get to this vault, this armory, get what we need, and get to Pravnova as quickly as possible. For all I know, Vierl and Silvanna could be in great danger the more we wait.
Yes, yeah. As you you see actually where the fighting is as you exit the forest. You see that down near the river. You look down, you see that looks like two women with long, black, lanky hair, like the girl from The Grudge. Yeah, they're fighting with Heinkel and Kasumi, and they look like they're trying to drag the two nuns into the frozen river.
Ooh.
Like Heinkel and Kasumi, like it's a visual illusion as well.
Yeah.
God damn it. Can I make... Shit. Is there anything I can do to give Alexander the confirmation that that's not them? Even because Alexander knows that that's probably not them, but it's not a visual that makes him think clearly.
You can make an insight check.
I will make an insight check. I'll try that.
All right.
15.
With that check, you know that Kasumi is a master with the sword, but the Kasumi down there, is just like hacking away using the sword like a club, basically.
Right. Yeah.
So
I can tell right away that like Kasumi would not use the blade like that. She would be much more precise with her movements.
Exactly.
Okay.
They can mimic the image, but they could not. They can mimic her image, her voice, but they can't mimic her skill.
Yeah, and I would know that right away because I've trained with her for a long time.
Yeah, so, you're the one who trained her.
Yeah, I trained her. Yeah, so I see that, and at first I get even more frustrated and angry and tense, but as soon as I see that as confirmation that it's just an illusion, and
also you also see the Heinkel is using a big heavy crossbow to fight. You notice that she disdains that for two smaller hand crossbows that she dual wields.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Alexander just turns his head forward to keep moving, and he's just saying, "It's just an illusion. It's just an illusion. It's just an illusion." And he's
eventually,
over and over again.
Yeah, eventually you manage to make it. You leave. The sound just abruptly stops when the Rusalka realize that they haven't fooled you. Strahd said that when he became king, when his father died and he became king, one of the first things that he did was to wage a campaign against the Rusalka and try to drive them out of his kingdom. And he succeeded, but apparently they're coming back.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know why.
I just kind of nod and I just go, well, perhaps maybe when this is over, I can help you get rid of them for good. And I just keep forward.
He says, I thought we got rid of them for good. Not sure what's happening, but I believe there's something very wrong with this land. The land is groaning and I don't know why. Something is very wrong with this place. You see he does look a little troubled.
Troubled by that?
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he does look a little troubled by that. You realize that he is basically, he still views himself as the king of this land, and like any king, he's concerned for it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
I see that, and I look at Strahd and I say, that's something that I can actually admire about you, Strahd, is that you actually do care about the well-being of your kingdom.
He says, I would not be a king otherwise.
I share that. I look at him and I share that similar compassion for Silverthorn, and that's why I want to protect Barovia. Because for a long time, I had no home. Silverthorn was not a home to me. Barovia was the first place in a long time that became a home to me.
And that is why you came to fight Flynn.
Yes, that is why I did that. I did that so that I could save the people of Barovia. And Alexander takes a moment and he says, I want to make it clear that I did that to help the people of Barovia, not just to settle some petty grudge, not just to settle this. And I point to the scar on my face.
Yeah,
it was about helping people, and that's what I want to do. Those sisters that tortured me, there is something that I can do to help them. I know there is. I just have to figure it out.
Strahd says, I am an old campaigner. I've fought many enemies. One of the secrets is to learn why your enemy does what they do, and then use that against them. Why did they believe it was necessary to torture you?
They wanted information. They wanted to set a trap for my friends, for Silvanna, for Vierl, for the others.
Strahd says, if they were able to kidnap you, why are they going to these lands? If they were able to kidnap you, why weren't they able to kidnap Silvanna and Vierl? If they used great magic to kidnap you, why go to all these elaborate lengths to set a trap when they could just simply employ that magic over and over to kidnap the other two?
I think they wanted me to see them die. I don't know, it's just a theory, but I think they wanted me to be the last one. I think they wanted me to lose everything that I care about, and then I would be there alone in this world. I think that's
That were true, they would have destroyed Silverthorn. They would have come to Barovia to destroy that. No.
Or maybe they're weak.
There's something.
Maybe they're weak.
He says,
in the back of your mind, you can hear Silvanna.
In the back of your mind, you hear
a
lot of that. You're like, Silvanna, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about.
maybe they're what?
Maybe they're weak.
Oh, weak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they can only do this once.
I honestly, Alexander thinks about it. Regardless, I need to figure out that reason. You're right, Strahd. I need to figure it out so that I can fix this. I only have one plan, and it is quite the gamble. I can't tell you it, but I know that my friends are not going to be happy about it.
Yeah.
But if there's anything that I do know for certain,
if there's anything that I know for certain, is that Victor Draven was a stubborn man. So it's going to take a very stubborn action to get anything out of them.
Strahd just nods. You continue on in silence after that for a couple of more hours, till you come to what are basically like a series of barrows, built into a set of built into some hills. A lot of these have been like cracked open by treasure hunters and thieves. There's statues nearby depicting like who's been buried in these barrows, and they're crumbling. As you continue, you come to a larger hill, like almost like a small mountain, really. And you see that there was a large barrow built in there, or what looks like one, and the doors have been smashed inwards.
Okay.
Yeah, as you approach this, you see Strahd. His shoulders just sag, and he says, well, I didn't think it would be this bad.
And I look at Strahd and I go, wait, what's going on? What does this mean?
He points to the ground. You see like there's a long furrow that's been carved in the dirt up until it reaches the stone floors of the barrow. He says, dragon.
What? Dragons? What the fuck?
And I can I look at the damage and maybe make like, I don't know if like a nature check or something to kind of
go ahead.
What kind of dragon might have done this specific?
Yeah.
Okay, -1. Let's go.
That's great.
No, you have no idea. But Strahd gets off of his horse. You see him reach down. He picks up something off the ground, and he shows it to you. You see it's a dull white scale.
Okay.
A white. And I look at him and I say, "So a white dragon did this."
He says, "Probably. On the other hand, it probably has treasure with it."
That's true, but this might be too much of a detour. I don't want to go hunting for a dragon when my friends are in danger.
He says, we're not here. We don't need to. We're just here for weapons and armor. For you, at least. And then we go south to Pravnova.
Yeah, because I'm assuming that the area that we're in, that we thought that we were going to get all of our weapons and stuff, has been taken, like just destroyed by the dragon. I'm figuring.
Basically, the door's been kicked in.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not really that much you have to worry about. It's really, as long as you don't disturb the dragon, you should be fine.
As
Okay.
long as you don't disturb the dragon, yeah.
Yeah, Alexander is known for his stealthy abilities.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, Alexander's gonna nod and say, "Well, you seem to be quite the powerful spellcaster. Is there any way that you can make us invisible?"
Or silent, or both.
Silent.
Let me double check something. I just want to think about that for a moment.
I mean, if not, I have a plan. Okay, what's something?
You always have.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, he is going to cast invisibility as a 3rd level spell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So for the next hour, you and him. Actually, no, 4th level spell. So for the next hour, you, him, and his animated armor are invisible.
Okay.
The spell will end if you attack or cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I say, all right, let's, I look at Strahd and say, let's go in, get what we need, and get out. And I walk inside.
All right, if he leads the way. His armor brings up the rear. When you walk in, you notice that up ahead, There are two doors, one to your left and one to your right, on opposite sides of the wall. Up ahead is were two more doors built into the far wall. Both of these have been smashed in. So what do you do? Just going to follow Strahd's lead?
Trying to think. So it's just there's the door that's been bashed in ahead of me. Is there any other doors that are nearby, or?
I said there's two doors on the far wall. They've been smashed in. On the wall to your left and on the wall to your right, there are two doors that haven't been smashed. They're shut.
Let's do the doors that haven't been smashed yet. Let's try those first.
All right. Okay, you go in. You open up the door. Inside, though, each of those doors, something like a guard room. And from that side, it's a lot easier to see the arrow slits in the walls. There's a couple of basically broken crossbows, snapped and useless crossbow bolts, a couple chairs, and a bed. Basically, this is where guards would spend like an 8-hour shift or something similar. And if someone were to actually smash the door in and come and tap, they would just simply shoot. They would simply shoot through the arrow slits. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and
which direction?
And I was gonna say one of them you find that there's a huge pile of refuse and trash that whoever the new inhabitants were, they just been piling that up.
I just kind of like pick through the trash, see if there's anything valuable in it.
Like,
probably not.
Make an
there's a
investigation
pile of
check.
trash. Let's
Sure,
just
I can do
investigate.
that. No problem.
Take a deep dive in it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually not bad for investigation.
Nice.
Yeah. Find actually an ancient necklace.
Ooh.
It's got a symbol on it that you recognize as a symbol of the Morning Lord. It's tarnished and dirty, but you think if you were to spend a little time in elbow grease polishing it up, you could actually sell that for about 250 gold.
Not bad.
All right, I'll pocket it.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm assuming that's all I find in this room.
Yeah.
Okay. I just kind of pocket it, and I just say, like, I don't even. Well, I guess it's kind of hard to. I just figure it is kind of hard for me to communicate with Strahd, considering that he's invisible. I guess I just go to the next closest room, whether it be open or closed. I'm gonna go and.
All right. So. Yeah, you pass through one of the broken doors. When you do, you see that there's a long passage. There's a passageway about 20 feet up ahead, and then apparently it's collapsed up ahead. There's just a huge pile of rubble there.
Okay.
All right. Through the second door, though, there are two. You come to almost like a T intersection. Up ahead, you see the corridor stretches up into the darkness. To your left, the corridor goes in about 30 feet or so before it looks like it's also collapsed into rubble.
Okay. I'll go to the one that's the long corridor, and then there's darkness ahead.
All right, as you go through, you come to another T intersection. The corridor either goes ahead and turns to the left, or you can make an immediate left here.
I'll make an immediate left. Why not?
All right, you make an immediate left. You realize that up ahead the corridor is collapsed, but there's a passage leading to the left. And when you take a look down that passage, you realize that it connects to the first left that you saw, the first passage. So it basically forms a giant square.
Yeah.
A giant square. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Then, but you also notice that to the right there's a door.
Ooh.
Built in that side passage. That's shut.
I'll go to the door, and then I want to inspect it for traps.
All right, make an investigation check.
Nice.
This would be good. Nice.
All right. There's no mechanical trap that you can tell.
All right, I will open it.
All right. As you put your hand on the door, a mouth appears on it.
Fuck.
The door splits open to a mouth, and
Shit. Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I could
Gonna be
feel it,
great.
and I
Yeah.
probably needed like I have -1. Like there wasn't much a chance of me not getting this happening to me.
All right.
Maybe
My
you just need
insight
to
check
kiss-
the door.
You just need to
Yeah, it
kiss
just
the door.
says
You just need to kiss the mouse. And
Yeah,
he will
Use a
let you
riddle
in.
in a deep voice. It says, a wondrous treasure, valued by all, sought by many, found in both victory and defeat, yet never at the bottom of a treasure chest. It marches before you like a herald and lives long after you are gone. Of what do I speak?
Legend?
So it's a wondrous treasure that they're asking,
Yeah.
right?
I'll post the riddle in the chat.
Ooh, riddles. We haven't.
I
been
have
coming
an
in for
idea.
ages.
Let Alexander think, and then if he needs help, we can start shooting answers, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, let me see it. Okay. A wondrous.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Okay, let me think about this. A wondrous treasure valued by all, sought by many, found in both victory and defeat, yet never at a bottom. Yeah, victory and defeat. Okay, yeah, I think I got it. Yet never at the bottom of a treasure chest, and marches before you like a herald, and lives long after you're gone. Of what do I speak? And I say, honor.
Oh. Ooh.
The door opens.
What?
Yes!
One guess?
Uh,
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yep.
It was the victory and defeat thing that made me go,
What would you have guessed, Vero? I want to hear that.
something. Wait, you'll see it.
All
Basically, it was one or the two.
Yeah.
Dark.
Honor and glory.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's pretty close. That's pretty
Yeah,
close.
that's pretty close.
Yeah. All right. When you
Right.
enter,
Mhm.
you notice, Alexander, that there's a lot of weapons. And there's weapons and armor here,
Mhm.
all of which look to be carved out of adamantine.
Ooh.
Okay. So similar to
you
the
are-
orange sword that
Yeah.
Strahd gave me.
Let's start. Yeah, but and judging by the fine make and the gold inlay, you're guessing that these were meant for the royal family.
Ooh.
Ah. A royal sword.
Yeah, royal
Can I
armor.
investigate? Oh, and royal armor. Oh, that's true.
Mm.
Because I don't
Yeah,
have
plate
any
armor.
at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, when you open it, Strahd and his animated armor turn visible. And he just gestures. He says, "Help yourself. There's plenty to go around."
All right. And I'll take because I'm assuming like there's no need for me to take a great sword because it's going to be basically the same
Yep.
to the one I have. Well, can I do an investigation check in the room just to see if there's anything else hidden or anything that looks particularly more magical than the others?
Make an investigation check.
Arcana?
No.
Whoops.
No, you have no idea.
All right. I will
could always
I'll grab the plate armor.
All right.
Orange armor.
All right. It's a suit of adamantine armor. While you're wearing it, any critical hit against you just becomes a normal hit. It still
Ooh.
automatically hits you, but it doesn't do double damage.
Okay. Counters crits. Okay,
Yep.
gotcha. All right. I'll put that on just sort of like nice and carefully. Take
Mhm.
the sword.
Mhm.
Is there any actually here's a good question. Is there any javelins?
Ooh.
Any javelins?
Javelins
Haven't
made
used that
by
in a while.
adamantine. Oh my god, those are expensive.
Yeah, there's one javelin there.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll grab the javelin. I have a
But when you
ranged
touch it-
attack now.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
when you touch it though, you realize that it's magical. You'll need to attune to it to figure out what the magic is.
The javelin of lightning.
Is it a javelin of lightning?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah! I
Yeah,
love
you
how it's
can
like,
tap-
I could hear you go like, damn it.
Yeah.
You
Actually, no,
looking
you don't
at
need
the
to attune to
goddamn
it. Now that I'm
books.
looking at it, you don't need. I just realized you don't need to actually
javelin
attune to it.
lightning doesn't require attunement. So
Yep. You can actually.
Hey.
So now you can cast Gwyn's lightning spear if you want.
Yay.
All right, I will gladly take a javelin of lightning.
So do you actually just throw the javelin and it turns into lightning?
yeah.
You have to speak the
Literally
command
cast it.
word.
Yeah. Oh
So
shit.
what happens
no,
if you throw the javelin and you miss?
I think
It
it
just,
returns,
um,
right? Hold on, let me check.
Yeah, it'll just automatically return to you.
Oh, that's
Okay.
cool. You don't
Yeah,
have
the
to buy
javelin-
any other javelin now.
Yeah, the javelin will just literally reappear in your hand.
Does it
I
do
was gonna
that?
make him this one.
No, it
distinctly
doesn't.
remember-
No, it doesn't do. I'm checking now. It doesn't do
Because
that.
here's the thing. The reason why I know is because there was a part in Critical Role in which Grog threw the javelin
Yeah.
off a tower and he lost it forever.
Yeah, no, it doesn't
Oh,
return to you.
right.
But this one is normally it wouldn't. This one you need to attune to it, but it will return to you every time you throw it.
Okay, there. we go.
Better.
Perfect.
Awesome.
All right.
All right,
And when
I
you
gladly
attune to it,
pocket that.
yeah, if you attune to it, you'll learn the command word as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
What's the command
So
word?
I think this is everything that's in the room that I think is useful, and I leave and I'm gonna go and see if I can find.
All right. Actually, there is as I said, there is one. Strahd would suggest you take a magic sword.
Ooh.
You're probably going to need it.
Okay.
He's actually going to put his glaive back. He's going to grab a sword of his own.
Magic sword. Is it also something that might have special abilities?
Magic swords are magic swords.
Just plus.
They're
It's just a +1 sword.
Yeah,
Okay,
just a
gotcha.
plus one.
special.
So just a +1
all right, now
sword.
you take-
Okay.
Yeah, you take the sword. You take he hands you a great sword, and as you take it,
Ooh.
you sense that it's magical, and you should attune to it to figure out what it can do.
What?
Okay.
Nice.
You know what? I think that's good enough.
Cool.
I look at Strahd and I say, "All right, I think this is more than enough than we'll need for what we need to do. So we should just."
Yep,
leave
Strahd is
before
just
that
going to
dragon
nod.
shows up.
Yep, Strahd's not going to go dragon slaying. He'll actually go dragon slaying probably later. What he's going to do though is he's going to take he's going to put his old glaive back. He's going to take another glaive out.
Mhm.
Then he reaches up on the shelf, pulls off like a small chest, and he pulls out a ring and puts it on on one of his fingers.
Ooh. One ring to
And
rule
then he
them
goes-
all.
What does the ring do?
Well, you didn't take the ring, so you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll let Strahd have that one, considering he just helped us.
Well, it's
Yep.
practically
Okay.
it's his treasure, so
It is kind
It
of
is.
his, so it's like we're more than sharing, I guess. I guess then, yeah, I'll leave. I'll just leave with what I've got.
Oh, just wondering.
All right.
If you use a javelin of lightning, can you use it as a normal melee weapon? Just a normal
Yeah, absolutely.
close range. Does that also does the lightning damage? Just wondering.
Well, I
No.
know how it works, but it's
Oh,
like
okay.
an active thing. It's
Because I was
literally-
thinking like turn it to a lightning and then just hold it in your hand so you don't have to worry
No,
about losing
it doesn't. It doesn't work like that. It's
Oh, okay.
it's like Gwyn's lightning spears from.
Oh, okay.
Even if you can turn it into lightning, you're gonna burn your hand off, friend.
Yeah, basically, I'd just be shocking. I'd be shocking myself to death.
Ah, true.
But
But
yeah,
imagine
I just
Zeus. You're like, just throw the lightning.
I may be Asimar, but I'm not quite Zeus. I hate to break it to you. Yeah, you hurl it. You have to
Ah,
hurl it and
okay.
speak its command word specifically.
You have to hurl it and speak the command word. And if you attune to it, you'll be able to figure out what that command word is.
I got a feeling
Alrighty.
it's gonna be something either funny or I don't know.
Poignant.
Yep.
poignant. So basically, yeah, I guess we leave and get on the horses, and I guess I want to try and basically now that I'm geared up, I want to try and make it as fast as we can to
All right. You make it Pravnova. So you're going to attune on the way?
Yeah, that's the plan.
All right. First is your javelin. The command word for that is Gwyn.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What else would it be?
Yeah, of course.
All right. So you know it's a lightning javelin. The great sword that you took.
Oh my
I feel
god.
the reunion. All right. The great sword that you took. Where is that? I don't remember. But hang on. Where the heck is it? You're in here somewhere.
It's here somewhere.
Man, because of the atmosphere of the cafe, like it's
Yeah.
dark and everything, I'm getting sleepy.
Slap yourself, Vierl. Slap yourself.
Okay. Yeah. All right. The sword.
Sure.
The sword is a defender greatsword.
Ooh, defenders are great.
It was originally, it was entrusted to members of the royal guard. The people
I wanna
charged
check
with
this too.
protecting the von Zarovich family.
Defenders are awesome.
Yep.
That's a good fucking.
You get a
sword.
+3 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it.
Yeah.
The first time you attack with the sword on each of your turns, you can transfer some or all of the sword's bonus to your armor class instead of using the bonus on any attacks that turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's baller. So basically, I can. So it gives me +3 armor class as long as I'm wielding it. So
Well,
you have to
yeah,
transfer
you
that
have to
bonus. You
transfer.
sacrifice the bonus to hit and the bonus to damage, but in return you get +3 to AC.
But I
So, for
think
example-
it's you can it's +3. So for example, I can make it a +1 sword, +1 great
Yes.
sword, and
Yeah.
then have +2 to AC.
Yep.
Essentially.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
the defender.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's
Yeah.
dope.
You have a feeling you're going to need it.
Yep.
I think I do. I do not have my my mage breaker armor, so this will be interesting. Okay, so I guess since I've attuned to it, I guess I just continue making my way as quickly as I can.
All right. Yeah, as you guys gallop, as you urge the horses into a gallop.
Get up. Get up. Get up.
Yeah.
Yep.
You pass the already watery winter sun is blotted out by a huge shadow. And you hear Strahd muttering dire curses under his breath, and he says to you, Alex, "Prepare yourself."
Oh,
What?
God. And I pull
And
out my
roll
sword.
for initiative, Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ugh.
Oh, wait,
Uh,
oh shit! No, I don't have the shield. Damn it!
Leroy!
Just Leroy.
All right.
Charging.
God.
All right. Yeah, the
Oh,
horse.
God damn it.
Yeah, the horses that you're on will move on your turn.
Mhm.
So.
Ooh, horse combat. I want to see
Yeah,
this.
Mount combat. That's
Yeah,
nice.
mounted combat. This is going to. Well, it may not be mounted combat for very long.
Yeah.
Rip horses.
Horses are gonna.
Hey, they're
die.
undead. Don't
Yeah.
worry too much about it.
Oh,
Still,
yeah.
undead can be destroyed.
Sorry, Peter.
Yeah.
All right. Armor. And there's Ted Dragon.
You revealed that yourself.
Yeah, I know it's a dragon. You were gonna figure it out anyway.
Yeah,
Oh, I
but you
know.
don't
Yeah.
know what it is. What exactly it is.
Well, we
kind of
did
dragon?
technically steal from the dragon's horde, so
Yeah.
it was bound to have it.
It's just technically Strahd's horde.
Yeah, it's a straw horde.
Yeah.
The dragon just
Strahd is. Yeah, Strahd is going to get his revenge on this dragon.
Okay, so my current AC is 18. And I'm gonna take the +3 for now. I want to make sure I hit this. So +3 to attack with defender.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good because those dragons have high attack bonuses. AC
Yep.
doesn't mean anything. I can I
Mm-hmm.
can experience.
Yep.
Yeah. Strahd is going to warn you, Alexander, that the dragon has really no reason to enter melee.
Oh.
So
Right.
use that lightning javelin.
Javelin.
Well, no, but
Um,
I mean, if it gets into melee, like I know I'm going to use the lightning javelin, obviously. Well, because
Yeah,
I have
Strahd
no
actually-
items. I have no items attuned to me. So currently, because I didn't have anything, so currently
Yeah.
it's going to be defender
And the javelin.
and the javelin.
Yeah, Strahd's also going to suggest that you use the defender's sword. What you do is you use it to smack the horse, and use that to transfer the bonus to your AC.
Ooh.
Not actually, use it. Not actually try to kill the
Alright,
horse,
but
but like
just
smack it with the
do-
flat of the blade.
Okay.
then
Alright,
defe- use-
So I
transfer
want to make
the
it. I want
horses?
to make it a +1. I'm gonna make my sword a +1 with defender. I'm gonna whack the horse if I do get to that part.
Ooh.
Alright.
The horse is
So
like,
that
why
means that-
me? Why
And
me?
that will
Horse
make
doesn't
it-
care.
Yeah, horse is undead.
Horse is
So
dead.
basically that will make it so that so that will make it my AC is 20 now.
Brings
Nice.
mighty
Plus
bolts.
one weapon.
Yeah. Mighty
Okay.
gods.
I think this
Right.
will highly remember this Dark Souls 1 opening.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
All right. Animated armor is up, and it's going to attack.
Go, Alphonse.
It's going to attack using his lightning bolts. And he misses, and he hits for the second bolt. Alright, so the dragon does not take that much damage. But you know what? You hurt the dragon.
Okay.
The dragon. Next up is Dragon's turn. First thing he's going to do is just open his breath. Oh, yeah, he's about 60 feet above you. He's just going to breathe on you.
Whoops.
Okay. All right.
So everyone makes a Constitution save.
Oh.
Yeah, that's about right. Oh.
Yep.
All right.
Ripped.
Hang on. Yep.
I find that
See, okay.
hilarious because none of us are really that tough in Constitution. Like even
No,
the
not
strongest is like Alex is like +2 only.
I have like
Yeah.
+2. That's really not that much.
Yeah.
Like. All right. So
Hang on.
what happens?
All right.
Oh,
You're gonna take damage. Is what's gonna happen.
Okay.
this is bad. This is really bad.
Yeah. Hang on.
Can I get some epic death music if I'm about to die?
Yeah.
You're not gonna
I'll
die.
play the second phase of Dark Eater Medeire's music.
Oh.
Hey, there we go. Perfect.
There we go.
That's epic enough. All right. So Strahd needs to make his Constitution save. Was he? Okay. All right. And naturally, he makes his save. Doesn't even need to
Yeah.
burn through legendary resistance.
He's strong.
All right. All right. Let's see what the damage it does. All right. Alexander takes the full 54 points of cold damage.
What the F.
Okay. I'm still good. I'm still good.
Yep. Still standing. Mhm.
All right.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
This is gonna be rough.
All right.
It's all right. It was doable.
Minus
How many damage was it?
54.
54.
My-
Oh,
this is
man, that would be below half health.
yeah.
yeah, this
For me,
is
it's like one breath take away.
yeah. All right, Strahd can't actually do anything. This actually does sort of kill your horses, but when they die, you don't actually make a saving throw. They basically you just go skidding onto your feet in the snow.
Okay.
And Strahd's got really nothing he can do unless the dragon decides to close into melee. Alexander, dragon is 60
Okay.
feet above you.
All right, he can't. That was his breath attack, so it's gonna be a while before he can do that. You know what? Let's start this out cool. I'm going to. What am I gonna do? Do I do that? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do these 3 things. Yes. Okay. First off, I'm gonna use a 3rd level spell slot. I'm gonna cast haste immediately, and I'm gonna boost. That's gonna boost my AC to 22.
Okay.
Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my bonus action, Channel Divinity. I'm going to put the Abjure enemy on the dragon, so now I get advantage on all my attacks for the next minute.
Nice.
All right.
That's my bonus action. My haste to cast haste was my action, and then my hasted action, I'm going to make 1 javelin attack with the javelin of lightning.
Yep.
And
All right.
See if that hits. Out of the sky.
Are you gonna use? All right. So no, the javelin's range is about 30 feet normally. Anything to like the maximum range you do with disadvantage, but since you do have advantage from your spell, it's going to cancel it out.
Yep.
So
Right.
it's just normal roll. 21 hits. Are you going to use the magic?
Yes, I am. So that is 4d6 and dexterity saving throw from the dragon.
Oh wait, does the javelin count as plus weapons?
No, it's not a plus weapon.
Oh, okay. Just
No.
wondering.
All right, so 4d6 coming right up, and it has to make
Ready?
a dexterity saving throw. 11.
All right. Dexterity save. All right. So it failed the dex save.
Okay, so it takes full.
Takes the full 11.
Full 11.
And that's going to be my turn. That's everything I can do.
All right. Let's see what can the dragon really do. Yeah, there's really no reason. All right. Well, what the dragon's going to do is it's actually going to use its wing attack legendary action. You're not affected by it because it's way too high. You can feel the breeze though. But it's going to use that to try to fly up out of javelin range.
Ooh. Yeah. Correct.
Flies up 40 feet, putting it at 100 feet above you. And Strahd has not taken radiant damage, and he's unaffected by the sun thanks to whatever's happening.
Right.
I know what is happening.
7. All right, so his regeneration kicks in and cranks him up to full.
Yeah.
What he is going to do is he's going to use his 5th level spell slot to cast Fireball on the dragon.
Whoa.
He sees absolutely no reason to hold back with this flying lizard.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so the dragon has a dexterity save to make. And because the dragon isn't stupid, it's going to burn through legendary resistance.
Yep.
Fighting.
Keep fighting. Nice.
So,
Yeah.
yep, it's going to burn through legendary resistance. So, save. That's a lot of 2s. Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah. So the dragon was injured, but you know what? It's still more than able to fight. All right. That was Strahd's turn. Next up is the animated armor. The monster is just out of reach.
So,
The dragon's out of reach. One thing you notice is that the Strahd and the armor are actually moving to try to get out of the range to prevent a less bunched up target for the dragon's breath weapon.
Exactly. Okay.
All right, so their armor can't attack because it's out of its effective range. Ted Dragon needs to see if his breath weapon recharges.
Oh shit.
First thing it's going to do is then it's going to... What's the range on that?
Normally it's 30.
All right, it's going to use its frightful presence
Oh, nice.
Okay.
instead. But Alexander is immune to fear, right?
Immune to fear, so it does nothing.
All right, and so is Strahd and his armor.
Oh, interesting.
They are immune to fear. The dragon realizes that it's not working, so it's just going to basically stay above you guys. Stay at about 100 feet, right out of your effective range. All right, next is Alexander.
Oh wait, no, I get a hasted action. Okay, yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. Okay, so first off, I'm going to use my action to go into my Raven form because I can't do shit on the ground. Like this, if he's gonna hide like a coward, I'm gonna have to go up to him. So I'm gonna hasted action, turn into my Raven, my hybrid form, and I'm going to move my 120 feet towards the dragon. Am I near him? Like in melee range?
Oh yeah, he's only 100 feet above you. You can easily get into melee range.
All right, I want to try and get behind him so that it's like at least like we're not all like in cone of fire breath range. I want basically I want to get in an angle in which you have to turn around to choose who he's going to. I'm going to use my second action to use Pool of Healing.
Ooh.
And I'm going to dump 40 HP into myself.
Nice.
All right.
And that will be my turn. I'm just going to be standing in a defensive position, ready to go.
Okay, so the dragon, seeing that you're getting up close, decides that it's not going to like that, and it's going to burn through a couple legendary actions to use its wing beats attack. It's going to flap its wings, and you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ouch.
Ooh, 19.
You barely make your save.
Barely? What the?
But the dragon is going to fly. Is going to try to fly away from you.
Opportunity attack. Yes. Opportunity attack. Yeah!
That is a critical hit.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'll dump a smite in.
Nice.
All right. So that's going to be 5d8. All right. And the best part is, he does not get to fly away because I hint him.
Nice.
All right.
Whack!
Oh, yeah, the dragon. That hurt the dragon.
Yep, that hurts.
All right. So he doesn't get to fly away. You use up. That was his legendary action. Next up is Strahd. He's going to chuck a 4th level fireball at the dragon.
Whoa.
And he's going to angle it so it doesn't hit Alexander.
Thank you. So he's gonna
Dragon.
pull Silvanna.
What?
Alright, dragon.
Yeah, probably.
Dragon botched his save. Had to burn through another legendary resistance.
Okay.
Divided by. Alright, the dragon is not. Wow. Dragon's starting to look a little bloody now.
Good day,
Alright.
dragon.
Yep. Animated Strahd can't do anything else. Animated armor can't do anything else. But what the dragon is going to do is he's going to use his legendary action to try to slap Alex with his tail.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing about the. You know what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't hit. Alright, so next up is Ted Dragon's turn. Alright, so Dragon breath is apparently recharged. So he's just going to hit Alexander point blank in the face with it.
Oh.
So Alex needs to make a Constitution save.
Alright. Constitution. Nope.
Nope. Ooh. Yeah, so you're taking the full 54 points of cold damage right to the face.
Oh.
Yep, that's why I healed.
Yep. Thank God he healed.
Alright, I'm down to 62.
Alright, then the dragon's going to try to fly off.
Has it been around yet? Can I do another reaction attack?
Not yet, it's not yet your turn.
Oh.
Damn it. Alright, so yeah, he can fly away.
Yes, the dragon is going to fly away with 80 feet, with his 80 feet speed. So he's now 80 feet away. He's...
Me, motherfucker!
Yeah.
Oh, go from wrong.
He's playing a smart.
Yeah.
By judging by just outside of characterly speaking, because I'm not there. It's a white dragon, right? Because you said cold damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a white dragon.
Okay. Okay, I was just wondering. I thought it was
So whose turn is it now?
Your turn, actually.
Nice.
All right. Easily gonna be able to make my way to that dragon.
Easily.
I will make my. How do I want to do this? Yeah, I can make two. I'll use my hasted action to pool a healing again. The other 40, just in case.
Yeah.
So plus 40.
I'm back.
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I crit a dragon.
Yeah.
So it was quite great.
Congrats. I think
So
this
you're
is a
gonna-
special weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will take two attacks. Just as my regular action.
All right.
Nice.
Yep.
22.
That is a hit.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
And I'll dump a smite into that as well.
Smite.
Nice. All right. Yeah, dragon's not looking good here.
All right, second attack. 25.
That's another hit.
Nice.
Still standing.
Yep, it's still standing.
Smite number
Dragons.
All right. Yeah, still kicking, barely.
All right. I'm just gonna stand my ground. That's my turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, the dragon's going to use his legendary actions to try to blast you back with his wings.
Ooh.
Okay.
So make a dexterity save.
No.
So the dragon,
Ouch.
basically, you take 13 bludgeoning damage, and you are now falling. And the dragon is going to be able to fly as a. Yeah, you've also been pushed away by just out of melee range. So the dragon is now flying off 10 feet
Okay.
to try to get away from you. However, he is not getting away from Strahd and his next 4th level fireball.
Yeah.
Like you
Nice.
see, so as you're falling, you look, you see the streak of orange go up, and this blossoming cloud in front that blocks a fire and smoke that blocks out your view of the dragon, and then you see the dragon just start tumbling out of the sky, trailing smoke, and then you hear a loud as it hits the ground.
Nice. It's dead.
All right. And I
Yeah.
kind of fly my way back down to Strahd. And I just kind of go, well, that was a good one, Strahd. Well done.
Thank you, he says.
I don't know. I look at him and I do say that it's like, I don't know how to feel about it because that's twice that you've kill steal from me, but...
You still get the full 5,000 experience.
Oh, I know, but it's kind of funny how it's like the first fight was I team up with Strahd. I kill one guy, he kills 20,
Yeah.
and just I get embarrassed. I finally have a chance to redeem myself, and he kill steals the dragon.
All right.
That's great.
Strahd says, Strahd just says, well, at the very least, we'll be able to return. I'll be able to return to the armory later and clear out whatever else is in there without worrying about the dragon. You still have my thanks for that.
I actually do give him a respectful nod, which is something that I have not done in our travels up to this point.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, Vierl's like, yay!
Yay.
I won't be the only one supporting Strahd.
Yeah, definitely.
Jump on the Strahd bandwagon.
Jump on the Strahd bandwagon. All right. I also
Stuff
look
on
around.
all stuff.
I look at our just like our missing horses, and I kind of look at him and go, "Any chance you could make those horses again?"
He casts Animate Dead, and you see the horses just knit themselves back together and just stand up like nothing happened.
Wait, if he can
Handy.
animate dead, how about dragon? Undead dragon!
Oh well, it's too bad Silvanna's not here.
Yeah.
Alex will
That's
take the
so
boring way
bad.
home.
Yeah, that's so bad.
No, he can only cast it on a humanoid.
Well, wait, humanoid?
Well, actually, since this is technically Strahd is technically in his own land. He's allowed to cast it on basically anything he wants.
Yeah.
And he'd rather to enter a little unobtrusively.
Oh,
But
I
he's
guess
gonna be
that's
using
true.
undead.
Yeah,
That's
as
true.
as awesome as it would be to freaking Game of Thrones it, like
Yeah.
it's kind of not. The whole point of you guys stealthing your way, kind of scoping it out, is kind of ruined if Alexander comes barging in on a undead dragon.
True.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool though.
All right. The sun's going down when you crest over the hill and you see Pravnova in the valley below you. You see that set in an island in the middle of a river. The river empties out into a lake where a great black castle crouches. There's also a large bluff beyond the river with a narrow path leading down it. Strahd points to the town and says, "That is where your friends are."
I look at Strahd one more time and I just say, "It's certainly been a while since I've seen them. I
Says,
have a feeling that they're going to be a bit mad."
Strahd says, "Don't worry. I can be unobtrusive when I wish."
Mhm.
I kind of chuckle at that. And I make my way into town.
All right, and you make your way into town. Back at the inn,
Okay.
Vierl and Silvanna have
Kyra.
just been seeing Kyra Zaston there, with having taken off her mask and revealed who she was.
I seize her by the collar and I was like, "You." That's all I said. That's all I said.
I grab Silvanna's hand. Wait, Silvanna, wait, not here, please, not here.
You just hear Silvanna just grunt and just drop it.
Yeah. One thing you notice though is that when you
Not here.
let her go, you notice that she had her hand on her sword, greatsword, and she had it pulled out slightly. So you didn't even see how fast she moved to grab that sword.
Oh, my other hand was also on the sword as well. So
No, you had one hand.
yeah, I used my right
Holding her
hand to
collar.
grab her by the collar, and the other hand is already on the rod. So
So
Yeah,
it was
it's kinda
already
like
on
a
your
standoff.
sword. She's grabbing her own sword,
yeah, I know.
and she had it pulled out slightly. She had to move fast enough that you couldn't even see it. Need to stop this music.
I need to stop this.
I don't know.
There we go.
It kind of is leading
Yeah.
to a combat because it's
Yeah.
like.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
She says, "Not here is your enemy."
Uh-huh. Tell that
Yeah.
to my family.
She says, "You and I both know I wouldn't have done that if I had a choice."
You always have a choice. Just willing to take it or not. It's up to you.
She says, just shakes her head. Says, "No, I didn't. Not that time." Why do you think I tore the sword off?
Yeah.
That's
See?
good. That's good.
When you tore the sword off, that is your choice. That is none others
I
but
wouldn't.
yours.
She said, "I wouldn't have been able to do that if I wasn't in the presence of Pontifex Maria."
Still, you always have a choice. Alright.
So
Why
yes,
are you here?
she just simply says, "It's per the terms of my redemption. I've come here to help you."
Yeah, we've heard that a lot.
No, she says, "No, I've come to help you." And then she just plants her index finger on Silvanna's nose.
I slap her fingers out of the way and says, "Yeah, if you really wish to help, prove it. If you can help us defeat the Draven sisters, I'll listen to whatever you're gonna say."
She says, "That's all I have to say. So I'm here to help you.
Fine.
I'll serve you as long
I-
as you need me, and longer still, if you wish."
I turn to Vierl and says, "I think, I don't know. I get this weird sense of feeling Alex is about to be here."
No.
I just get this weird
She
sense
says
of
she-
feeling.
Yeah, she says, "Silvanna, you, Silvanna, Whether you believe it or not, I am genuinely sorry for what happened, for what I did. I did not have a choice in that. I would never have done it if I had that choice.
I just don't really do any kind of judgment on that.
Yeah, Jesus, and I pay for that choice every day now. And she removes the glove on her right hand. You see that her hand, you realize that she did tear her hand off, but she somehow had both hands. But when she removes the glove, you see that her right hand has been replaced by an iron and platinum prosthesis. And it moves like almost exactly like a living hand should.
Kind of mechanical to a certain extent.
Yeah, you can tell that it's mechanical. And then she just puts the glove back on to cover it up.
I got in and like I look at Silvanna, very seriously. He's like, Silvanna, don't make it so difficult. The only reason why I was there.
I'm not doing judgment. Like I said, I'm saying. I said before, and I'm gonna say it again. If she can help us defeat the Draven sisters, then we're cool.
Yeah, just remember that she's the reason why I was able to save you in the first place.
Save me? I thought you were just coming up for just to sleep.
No, she told me that you were in danger.
Okay,
that's a good point.
Kara says, the second Draven sister, Persephone, had tried to do. I don't know what she tried to do. Judging by the sounds I heard, I think she probably tried to poison you.
Okay. Good to know.
So unfortunately, Vierl was able to get there in time and scare Persephone off.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, does that mean she's kind of a backstabber? Just like she's not capable of fighting, doing frontal assault?
Everyone who thinks that that Persephone is incapable of fighting a frontal battle has only lived just long enough to regret that mistake.
Yeah.
Persephone prefers to fight in ways that her enemies can't, so her enemies can't fight back, but she is more than capable of handling a frontal assault if she needs to.
Alright.
You know that some years ago an orc horde attacked this town. Who do you think chased them off? Who do you think dragged the orcs' leaders back by their fangs and had them caged in the gibbets outside? It was the Draven sisters.
Okay.
They are more than capable of battling if they need to.
I'm just having my doubts right now because what I was thinking is either they're like characteristic, they're like how should I put this? Their personality could put themselves in a trap they can't see because, for example, what's her name? Stephanie? Sorry, Persephone?
Persephone.
Yeah, Persephone likes to stab people in the back, so maybe she would get backfired because she's prone to this way and she's like doing this so often. Maybe we can use that to bait them. So their personality will be their downfall.
Alright. And hang on.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to try to check something. Kyra says, besides Silvanna, I didn't get all your family.
What do you mean?
I'm not talking about Kaz.
Well, Kaz is safe for now. He's back in our place, doing fine.
Yeah, she says, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about Amaya. She's alive.
I thought she's dead. Hold on. What?
She's alive. She's here.
She's here? Where?
She is the berserk nature spirit.
Oh,
shit.
Something has happened.
No.
Oh, no.
Something has happened to her.
This is
I don't know
really
what.
bad.
I don't know what's happened to her. But something has been driving. Something is driving her insane. And she needs your help more than ever. I'll do what I can to help you.
All right, let's do this. I'm just kind
don't
of
feel like-
in a give up mode because all my family
Yeah.
members are going cray. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, then-
Yuri. I was about to say, Silvanna's like family has had a rough
Has
series of
issues.
events.
issues. Like,
Yeah, but they
serious
typically
issues.
win. They typically win, but when
very-
they lose badly.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is. I find that very fascinating, honestly. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't mean to stop the story flow, but that's interesting how it's like the group of like the biggest badasses that Silvanna has known have fallen so far
Yeah.
in recent
Yeah.
years.
Like I
Yeah.
said, when they lose badly.
Mhm.
There's
At
no
the end of the
middle.
session. Yep. Then you guys hear like how like in a game or like in movies, like somebody just opens up the door and like everyone in the room stops what they're doing. and
Yeah,
looks.
yeah.
That's what happens. You hear the door open, the rush of cold air, and when you look, you see Alexander Anderson standing in the door.
Eldritch Blast. Right in the face. That's where we'll end our
Okay,
session
wait, no,
today.
no. You roll that attack right now. I want to see that right
Why
now.
did you roll?
Do it.
Wait, what? Am I missing something here? Why are you
Nope.
shooting?
So he gets
So, okay.
hit 3 times.
So Alex,
Yeah.
I guess is how Alex goes. I'm so glad to see you guys are all right.
Sorry, 3 beings only, so 2 beings. Just only.
All right,
2.
so
Yeah.
so he takes only 25 force damage.
Yeah.
25 force
Like,
damage.
he opens the door. He just like bam, bam. And he's like,
Yeah.
I'm happy to see
I-
you, Silvanna.
I run over. Good to see you again, Alexander. And I lay on hands.
And that's where we'll end this.
Yeah, that's where
Yep,
we'll end
that's
the
where we
session.
end.
Easy.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah, nice.
How about them apples, huh?
that's
This is
pretty
really
good.
This
That's pretty
session
good.
is really great. I mean,
Yeah.
I never really
That's fun.
expect any of my family members to pop up.
I didn't expect Kyra to show up.
Yeah, really. Like,
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
really expected the twist. Well, besides Alex,
That was good.
maybe.
This is a strange thing because I don't know how Vierl would react to Kyra since Kyra was also somewhat the cause of his family's death. But
Yeah.
Yeah, but you also
Yeah.
know that it wasn't really her fault.
yeah, so he's a bit conflicted.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's just
Yeah.
kind of, you know what? Let's just go. Let's see what we can see.
Yep.
Let's do what we do.
And I'm about to say something that is, I think, very poignant. Is that if we look at the session list, this is finally after. I think it's after
This is 51.
this. Yeah, this is 51. So after basically 4 sessions, Alexander has finally returned to the group.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
oh, finally.
Yeah.
The gang's all back.
By the way,
Yeah.
By the way, don't think that Alexander's character arc is done just yet. He's gone through
Oh,
some.
I know.
I still have one last planned instance of emotional trauma for him.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Gonna be dying.
That's- It's going to be epic, though. I
It's
promise
going
you.
to tie back to
I-
a certain javelin.
Yeah.
Not to the javelin.
I cannot
Not
wait.
to a javelin.
Honestly, I am really excited for the encounter with the Draven sisters
Yeah, me
because
too.
what I have planned. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm
cannot wait.
excited for that too, because if you guys do choose to fight them, it's going to be like an Ornstein and Smo style fight.
Let's go.
Oh,
As you kill each sister, the survivors get attributes from the dead one.
Oh jeez.
oh my god.
Ooh, that's
Ooh,
interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean-
that's so good.
Yeah.
Yes, I even like when I scribbled it up, I came up with each one also has a unique weapon that they wield, and if you win, you can pick one, but only one weapon to get.
Mm-hmm.
Either
Wait,
it's
isn't
going to
that
be
spoiling like something.
no.
Nah,
I'm not gonna
it's-
spoil it.
Spoiler
You already know.
alert.
It's a preview. It's a preview.
It's
Alright.
a preview, yeah.
It's a preview.
The name-
It's it's like think of like with Dragon Ball where they show
Yeah, at
Frieza
the
getting
end of the
defeated,
anime,
and
there'll be
at
like
the end of the
next
episode, it's
yeah.
like next time Frieza defeated.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder
Next
what's gonna
time
happen.
you face. Yeah, next time. I don't know what you'll face next time, but I'm actually gonna have to get off my lazy rear and start cooking up some stats for these villains.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Especially
I've
for
had to start planning so much stuff because the campaign that I'm running, oh my god,
Yeah.
my players have just thrown that so far off the rails.
Yeah.
Like they
tell me
keep
about
you know
telling
it.
me they keep telling me
You-
why do you bother planning, and I'm like, I don't know.
No, here's what I do. Well, here's what I do. I just like have like basically a set of key events
Mhm.
that are basically immutable.
Yeah.
So like, these events are
Yeah,
going to happen, barring some massive change.
Yeah.
Like the emotional trauma for Alexander, barring something ridiculous happening,
Mhm.
that's going to happen.
When you said
I
The
think
fight
all
with the
of
Draven
that's
like
sisters.
after that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
The
probably
fight with the Draven sisters has has 3 different endings. It's either the redemption ending, the you kill them ending, or they kill you ending.
Oh, different route. Nice.
Wow, I like that.
I like that.
Do we have a
I like
save
that
state?
Unfortunately, no.
We need to find
No,
a
but
true
you have
ending.
Yeah.
No, but you have something almost as good.
Mhm.
You have a couple of powerful entities on your side.
Mhm.
That is true.
So,
That's true. And now
Don't
that
worry
we're
about
back,
that.
I think
Man.
That's your team. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, the Draven sisters have planned for this fight. They're
Mhm.
ready for you. Well, more to the point, they're ready for Silvanna.
Yep.
They know that that as long as they can keep Alexander and Vierl at a distance, they can't really. There's not much you guys can really do.
Mhm.
It's Silvanna that they're worried about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So they've already have plans to take care of it.
Man, I want to
So
1v1 the Death Sister.
Yeah. Me too.
Huh, that's
Okay,
gonna
so
be
this
fun.
is something that I'm gonna say that I'm pretty sure you guys probably figured out. You know how Audio Viator,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
Audio Viator,
Oh,
they were
crap.
saying, you guys can teleport you guys out, no problem,
Nope.
right? And it's
Yeah.
like Alexander,
Yeah.
Alexander
Yeah.
freed the name of the sword, so they probably have magic that can stop teleportation
Yeah.
or something.
No.
similar to that.
There's no
No,
magic
nothing-
that can stop.
There's no magic that can stop Autoviator. Even if it's
But-
in an anti-magic field, Autoviator can still pop in and out if it wanted.
Well, Autoviator
Really?
definitely
No, it's an
failed
artifact.
last time.
It's,
Trying
it's an
to-
artifact. It's allowed to.
Yeah, I mean.
But here's the thing: they're not. It's not that they're more like they know they can't stop it,
Mhm.
so they're going to see if they can work around it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah,
he's
I
gonna
like
teleport.
that.
He's gonna teleport to us. Go quick over to a lava pit.
Yeah.
So he's going to teleport to us. Make sure the only place he can teleport is somewhere dangerous.
Yeah.
Probably,
Exactly.
yeah.
Probably.
That's how you screw Viral over.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to try my very best. Like I said, what I was doing with the dragon was I'm trying to present these upcoming enemies as very intelligent enemies.
Mhm, they're smart. They're
Yeah.
So like the
definitely
dragon's not going to
No,
get into
that-
melee.
Yeah, no,
For
no, I figured that, and that was kind of like I was like, okay, well, I knew the dragon was gonna fly, and I looked at my ranged options, and I was like, okay, well, I have the javelin of lightning, which I can only really use once, which is still good,
smart. Yeah.
but Alexander has no range, like literally.
by the way-
I have to get close. Yeah.
By the way, with that javelin, the way it works is if you were to actually throw that javelin, and then it just pops back into your hand, you can make a second attack with it using the attack option.
Mhm.
Really?
The
Yeah, so you do have a viable. It is a
Yeah.
viable range option for
Yeah.
you.
But it
but
wouldn't
they,
have the
yeah.
it wouldn't have the lightning feature of the 4d6.
Would it?
That's only a once per turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
That's only once per turn, but
But
it
you
would
can
still be able to
smite?
be magic.
Hold on. You can
You can
smite
still-
with it, right?
No,
the
I
only-
checked.
if
I
it's
see.
one smite at least I know is able to be is a ranged, can be used on any weapon.
Oh, what is it?
The rest of them are melee,
Okay.
but there's at least one. I don't remember which one though.
Thundering Smite?
I'll have to check. You are right. I think it's like it could be like blinding smite or something like. No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
never mind. I'll figure it out later.
I'll figure
That
it
might
out.
actually
But-
be a useful. That might be a useful thing to know,
Yeah, true.
considering what we'll probably find.
Yeah, but anyway, before we call it the night,
Mhm.
we are reaching the end of this campaign. This has been
Oh,
a blast,
it's a true.
and
I agree, yeah.
unfortunately, it's going to come to an end. It's going to be very interesting to see how it ends.
Yeah, true.
So just want to take a quick moment to say, like, what we're going to do after this.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
sure.
One thing that I've wanted to do. I mean, if none of y'all are up for DMing this, I'll happily DM it for you.
Mhm.
One thing I wanted to
Okay.
do is actually do a dragon-based campaign.
I'm doing it right now.
Like, go
for-
dragon hunting.
I'm
Dragon
doing
hunting?
it right now.
Yeah, you guys know a Samurai Jack, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. How about that? My idea was something like this.
Mhm.
Give me a moment to do the voice.
I love when you do the voice.
Long ago in a distant land, I, Tiamat, the five-headed queen of evil dragons, unleashed scaly doom upon the world. But a foolish band of heroes stepped forth to oppose me. Before the final blows could be struck, I tore open a portal in time and flung them into the future, where my evil is law. Now the fools seek to return to the past and undo the draconic future that is Tiamat.
Nice.
Hey,
Here,
Basically,
You know what?
the-
I would be totally down for that.
Yeah.
I would.
That's-
too.
Yeah, that's why you're level 1. It's because she kicked you into the future, and the time magic reversed your level.
Nice. Or
So you remember it being powerful,
yeah, you were.
but that's it. You got to rebuild that power.
That's really nice. I would love that. I would love to start a new campaign with dragons. That
Yeah,
would be
but
amazing. Or you were
You know what?
saying about Storm of the Thunder King.
Storm King's Thunder, yeah,
Storm King's Thunder, yeah.
that'd probably be fun. Or like I'm running Tomb of Annihilation now on Sunday nights
Nice.
Ooh.
for a large group. I promised them a meat grinder. They're like, yeah, we can handle it. Well, they almost lost the paladin to a pack of ghouls, of all things.
But I see that meat
So-
grinder.
Yeah, me.
So they were like, oh wow, that was a bit of panic for them. And I'm like, yeah, welcome to the meat grinder.
Yeah.
I mean, I advertised it by putting a quote from an unnamed adventurer. The quote was, "If we throw enough meat into the grinder, we'll eventually clog it up."
Nice.
Yeah. Name withheld
it's like-
pending notification of next of kin.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
yeah. Well, it's interesting because you're talking about that idea for a campaign, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe that would be a good fit for Kelby Caster, because of his origin story and all that. So that would be interesting.
Kelby
I could
Cat.
probably
Yeah.
that was a
This is a-
character.
Oh,
that
your new
I
character,
wanted to
right?
play.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's like if we do talk a little bit more about what we do after this campaign, and honestly, I'll have to think about it a little bit more because for me, it's like if I'm gonna pick another character, the thing that I really like about the current campaign that we're in is that I think all the characters kind of play off each other really well.
Yeah, we balance
Yeah.
each other. out.
Yeah.
So it's a good balance of like the seriousness and like of Alexander, the
And
wackiness of
wackadoodle.
Silvanna,
Yeah.
and Vierl's kind of in between, trying doing goofy things, but also trying to be like the voice of reason.
In extremities, yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
occasionally
exactly.
goofy
So
things. So
Okay.
yeah.
yeah,
I want to
So,
actually
yeah, no,
play
honestly,
a
I'm-
serious character for a change. I've been doing
Mm.
goofiness for a long time, so yeah.
Oh, that'd
see
be
what
interesting.
that would be interesting. Yeah,
Mm.
because I
Yeah.
have two characters in mind that I'd want to play. It's Kelby
I have a lot of
Caster
characters
or,
Yep.
in mind.
A long
Um,
list of characters.
When you have nothing
Yeah.
else to do but think of good characters.
Yeah, one of my former players was running an Innistrad campaign,
Ooh.
for Magic the
Yeah,
Gathering.
yeah, nice.
So I'm playing a character in that. It's a Bard Paladin hybrid.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, because I
No,
believe
no,
Innistrad doesn't really have some classes because it's
Yeah,
different.
no, it doesn't have most races. It does
Yeah.
have classes though, all the
Okay.
classes. No, but he wanted to know why. I said it's because of the angels. They're all female. He's like, wait, what do you mean? I'm like, that's a nice angel you have there. It'd be a shame if someone seduced her. No, but basically the idea is that he seduces the angels to try to get them back on the side of good.
Nice.
Right. That's
It's a very
that's the plan.
unique
Yeah.
take.
Very unique.
Oh,
I like
there's a new type of bard. It's based on love or something. I think it's on Zanzar's
Yeah.
guide. you can totally use.
I might actually do that when he gets
Yeah.
when it gets to that
When he's
point. I might actually do that. That'll be that's basically he's like the Silvanna of that campaign.
Yeah.
He like keeps when everyone's getting too grimdark and too serious. He's the guy who keeps them on the level.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. It's that like you got to have at least a little bit of
Yeah.
comedic relief.
You need someone.
Makes
it-
the
it's
horror stand out
interesting.
that much more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just so you
Should
know,
I
though,
become the new Silvanna? Question mark.
just so you know,
Mhm.
I was gonna say if you're gonna do that Draconic campaign, you could play as Robin, and she could be the new Silvanna.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, she's already the more better Silvanna.
She learned from the best.
Yeah, she learned from the.
Yeah, thanks.
That would be interesting.
Different characters.
Okay, well, I guess I honestly, it's like because I like the idea of like if we're doing this Draconic campaigin, if it's somewhat tied to the first campaign.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
like,
basically
it
what would
cool to see-
happen-
Mhm.
I was gonna say what would happen is that Vierl would probably die fighting it, and they'd have to go recover Autoviator again.
Oh no!
Aw, damn.
Foreshadowing. No.
But
Meryl.
Silvanna would be a new warlock patron, assuming she survives this campaign.
Yep. Probably.
She would go to the.
Hey,
she'd
but
be
don't,
like,
don't,
this-
talk, don't talk too much about it. Let's leave.
And then
that to-
Alexander will be the one to guide the heroes.
Yeah.
Alexander
to lead the
would be a
order,
saint.
The trainee. The trainer.
He
To
would be
lead the
He would be elevated into a saint.
Yeah.
Saint
Alexander
Alexander.
the Saint. That's a
Yeah,
nice
that'd
ring
be
to it.
interesting.
That's
I
a
like
nice
it.
ring to
Well, if I get to level 20, I do get wings. So
Yeah.
let's see if that happens.
Yeah.
You already have wings.
You know,
so-
Vierl is
Oh, wait,
only
that's
human.
right, I
I think I
got,
was expecting
I got-
him to die soon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
so
it's good. That makes
I just
sense.
wondering one thing. Either because it sounds like we all want to participate as a player, maybe we find someone else to DM for us.
Or maybe we can switch between DMs. That's something. You know what?
Maybe.
It's in the future. We'll figure out as we go along.
Yeah.
We'll figure it
We'll
out
figure
because it's
something
like
Yeah.
I mean
Right
who
now-
knows because the campaign I'm running might all go to shit and then I'll be like screw it I'll run a campaign or I'll run something.
Yeah.
I remember, but right now though, I do need to plan the encounter with Amaya, and I'm going to be doing that by rewatching The Exorcist.
Oh,
Oh
There you
my
oh
go.
boy.
god!
There you go.
Come on. She's a
That's
nice
fine.
one. All right. Anyway.
All right, I gotta go.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, good game. Good night.
Good night.
All right,
Good
take
night.
it easy, guys.
Good night. You guys, you two dudes. See you next time.
See you next time.